What episode are we on right now? What is it?
305.
305. Jordan's in the studio. Longtime guest.
Dude, Jordan's just a co-host.
Just a co-host today.
Right?
305.
305, buddy.
You guys are old.
I don't even know if I'm going to name you on the podcast anymore. I'm going to do featuring, but I'm just
What
going
are
to
you
do...
going to name me?
I'm not going to put you as the
that's
name. I normally do the title as the guest.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do title plus featuring Jordan.
Can I throw something out there?
Because he's part of the family.
No, he is. And you have been since you started. Can I throw something out there? You want to get into some? You have something written?
No, I'm good.
It's the You're Here podcast. I had a thought.
No, go ahead.
If we were in jail, right? If the three of us went to jail at the same time, let's say we ended up in the same block. What do you think? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Mikey's role? What do I do? What do you? This is then like let's just try to figure because I feel like I'm the enforcer.
Where's this going, man?
Because I feel like I'm the one that's running the block, and then you're the one that's probably like collecting all the cool shit.
I feel like you're the one, though, that because you're a bigger dude, you're tall,
right?
Like, you're the one who's going to get fucked with first.
So they're going to try to hurt me first.
Yeah, because they want to, like, put you in your place.
So let's say the biggest guy comes up to him. What do you guys do?
I'm standing behind you, bro. That's what's
You're
happening.
with me? You're rolling?
No, I'm like literally standing behind you, so you get shanked first.
I'm 100% the guy that I'm not near you guys, but I'm like kind of by you guys.
So-
I'm
Mikey's the
waiting,
brain, dude.
I'm waiting until something happens.
Mikey,
And if something happens to you, then I'll jump in.
if something happens,
I'm
to
the
you-
guy. I'm the guy.
So I could be on like a different angle.
Yeah, well, no, that's true, and that's smart. And you're
Yeah,
the
'cause
one. You're the one selling your fucking. You're the one selling the mac and cheese packets, and like
He's selling his.
Gourmet. Okay.
You know that. And if we got to keep it,
I do think Mikey's
I am smart.
and
No.
look how clean. I mean,
He's the cutest. Out
He's
of
the
all.
cutest out of the three of
No,
us,
I'm not.
dude.
And he's
No,
got-
no, no,
I
no,
think
no,
he's
no,
got
no,
the
no,
best
Mike.
personal hygiene. So
And
that
you
actually
definitely
will
have
work
great-
against you. And
Yeah, man, you're too clean and
What
you're
is
too
this?
cute
I
to
can't
not be the to not be the one with
So
you.
y- so
you
y'all-
hold. This is me. And my pocket will be out, and then you'll like this, and
I'm
you're
not
holding
doing
my
it.
pocket,
Not doing that.
right?
I think, I think we just need.
So y'all are throwing me out to the soap. bin.
I was just thinking about it on the way here. I think like you will have all the cool shit, and you'll collect it, and you'll be the one.
I'll tell you what I would do. I'm immediately going to like. I'm gonna be the guy in the yard with the Quran. Fucking. I found Allah.
Yeah.
You went full Islam in the
Islam,
yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Inshallah, we
smart.
will be free.
And
That's
that
That
is
is such a good idea.
You're a dude.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, but I'm the one that tells everyone what they can have, what they can't have. I'm running the pod. Right away, I'm hitting somebody.
Let me
First
be
day.
honest.
First day, I'm hitting somebody.
You're gonna be
Doug.
there just in a circle in your mind being like, how did I get here? What am I doing? Why am I here? Oh my God. I don't know what to do. But
I'm pretty sure
That's
all,
gonna
that's
be
all
what
of
you're
us.
doing.
Come on, man.
O'Hagan, career coaching. Guys, don't be like Mikey. Got out of college, sent about 5 applications. I
Zero
remember.
came back with a yes.
And that's the truth. All right.
That's true.
I was lucky I had a family friend, but I want you to point you to someone that is going to get you the job. He's going to tell you what to do. He's going to tell you how to answer the right questions. He's going to tell you how to dress up, how to go
this,
to the
dude.
ace that interview.
Do I wear a jacket like this to my interview?
No.
Probably not.
See, this is crazy.
Probably not.
You'd be fired. But go to Coach O at O'HaganCareerCoaching.com.
Yep.
He's got plans. He's got one-on-ones with you. He's going to get you right for that big day so you can win. O'HaganCareerCoaching.com.
Call that. I think.
Why would you zip up while I'm doing the ad?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
He
gonna
wants
be-
you to unzip now. Man.
Oh, okay.
He wants you to.
Don't you dare unzip while I'm doing
Anytown Actors
Oh,
Lab. Guys, if you don't know how to act and you want to learn how to act, right? You don't have the tools or you've been doing it for a while, you've been nervous about it because you're like, I got a script, someone hired me for something, or I haven't been hired in months, dude. I'm nervous. I don't know how to do this thing. Anytown Actors Lab is the only place I'm sending you. Adam Louder, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area. He is the guy. Go on his TikTok first. Go check it out for yourself. Go on the YouTube page. He's got a new podcast, the In the Moment podcast. Your boy was on it.
First episode.
1. Your boy was on it. Go check it out. I'm peeking. I'm definitely peeking, right?
You are?
AnytimeActorsLab.com, guys. Check it out. Go learn how to act truthfully under imaginary circumstances. Patreon.com. Jordan.
That's a website.
Yeah, it's a website. If you want to support your boys, it's the only place you can go, man. You want to throw us a bone? You want to give us a little itty bit of your cash from the in between the couch cushions or, places where you don't really think about your cash. Where else do you find cash? Cup holders, $2 I'm looking for,
On the floor of,
your
of a
pockets?
certain adult establishment.
What?
Your car.
your car.
Oh, yeah, that's too.
I don't know. Oh, got it. Strip club. Patreon.com/YouAreHere podcast. Come support the boys.
No, I'm in.
Oh, you're still.
I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be getting like the wires and like putting them in the outlet and then cooking something.
You're gonna be going from
using the
cell
toilet
to cell.
water to
Prison
like
tattoo
sous
artist.
vide in a plastic bag. Like that's what I'm doing.
You're gonna be chefing it up,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be taking shots from other guys. He's Chef Boyar Mikey.
we know
No. With your crack hanging
No.
out, dude. Come on,
Yeah, we know how. Never mind.
sweet boy.
No,
That's what they're gonna call
I'm
you.
the opposite of
Could you
sweet.
Mikey
imagine
Sweets.
if Mikey
I'm the
actually
opposite of
becomes
sweet boy.
like the hardest motherfucker to ever
I would.
exist?
Dude. Right
Just
away, you
imagine
gotta
him-
get a neck tat.
Yeah,
I would.
just from the forehead.
Right
down,
away, you
just
gotta
fucking
get tatted quick.
You're gonna
What
get-
would be your move? You go into jail first
What do
day.
you think I dream about at night?
Like when you go to
When
jail.
I'm in jail and I'm out to destroy everyone.
Just a full fucking back tattoo of like a fucking
deep think about what I'm doing.
A pit bull.
Yeah. Just for Oh, yeah,
I'd have to
that.
go all out like aggression.
You have to.
Or I'm like gonna be like you, like my God. Like,
Yeah. You gotta get super religious.
I'm just
You
thinking
gotta-
if your plan is to just fight everybody, bro, these guys really have nothing to do but work out.
Yeah.
They're jacked. All they do
jacked.
is eat fucking ramen and work out all day.
That's
They're gonna
wild.
kill you.
But day one, you got to establish it.
I don't know what I'm establishing nothing, bro. I'd probably kill myself.
No, stop. You got to black that. Can we?
No, that's
You got to
good.
cut
We need that. We need to keep
Jordan,
that
you
in.
can't say that.
I feel like
Jordan,
I
we're 5 minutes into the podcast. You
I feel
can't
like after a month it'd be over for me. Like, to be honest.
like, this is it.
Like, oh,
Not a chance, bro.
Oh,
how many years I got? How many years would you wait
Quick
to not
stint.
kill yourself?
how many years till you let that booty out, son? No, I mean for real.
See, look, guys,
If you don't have
let
to
me
do
say it.
no, Mikey.
Dave's the one that thinks of this stuff. I never bring it up first. He's the one that's why I say put him
If
on
you
the table.
got a
'Cause
year,
I played to his
Did you
shit.
hear that? Did you hear when
I
he
played
did
to his
that?
shit.
Did you hear when he did that?
What do you do?
This has been probably the most infamous moment on the podcast for Mike. It was the 3-year anniversary or the 300 episode, and he said live he couldn't take it out. He said, "You should." I said, "Oh, I don't like dressing up for Halloween. I don't like the smells of stuff, whatever." He goes, "Oh, you should." And I was like, yeah, but I don't like to." And he's like, "Yeah, but you look cute." And I was like, thanks, man." He's like, and out of nowhere, he just goes, "I'll put you on the table."
What?
I'm like, what are you trying to say with "I'll put you on the table"? What does that mean? And then he goes, I'm sorry. And he tries to like brush it off, and he tries to like get back to like a new
I've never
topic.
heard this saying before. Is this?
But isn't that specific?
that is an oddly specific.
What do you first think of?
Yeah. Where does your mind go?
I'm thinking fucking. Oh, I don't know. See, I don't know if I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking.
What are you thinking?
Let's go.
Oh, somebody. Okay.
I'm thinking like. I'm thinking something. Wait, I don't know what you mean.
Just
I don't
say
know.
what you think. Say what you
What's your
think.
gut
I
say?
don't know. My initial thing is like fucking Frankenstein, bro. It's like
Frank.
Hell yeah.
it's
dude.
like he's like
Hey, dude.
it's like he's putting you on the table, bro. You know, he's like you're on the slab, dude. You're he's laying you out.
Now this is crazy. This is insanity.
That's more crazy. Than
Now you are now under the spotlight.
what the? Put
I'm
you on
just
the
saying, bro.
slab.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
He said if you don't enjoy Halloween, he's gonna fuck you up, dude. That's it.
Hey, see,
That's
dude?
not what you were saying.
See, dude.
That's not what you were
You
saying,
see,
bro.
dude?
Let's just say semantics.
Semantics. I thought it was sexual for sure.
Now you've watched movies.
I think that means something deeper, man. Honestly,
When have you? Hey,
you're
Jordan.
the one jumping to that.
well, hey Jordan. When do you
Dude.
put someone on a table?
I love
You know what I'm
Jordan.
saying,
I don't never put anybody on a table, like in a
Dude!
literal sense.
dude?
I've never. What do you mean, like literally physically putting someone on a table?
Has answered my prayers. God has helped me get out of this.
I just feel like Dave,
allowed it?
like you. I think he hears something.
Uh-huh.
Let me be real.
Do I spin it?
Let me be real.
I don't know.
I take it and I spin it.
I think you
Let me-
just yeah.
Let me just be real. with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to be as harsh with it,
Okay.
but you got homosexual tendencies, and that's cool, and that's totally cool.
So now you're
and
gonna
that's
spin
totally
it on
fine.
me. You're gonna spin it on
No,
me.
because this is where it comes from.
Okay.
Because we have a
all
repertoire,
ears, dude.
dude. You know,
Well,
I know you for a while.
You know me
Jordan
for a
knows
long
you for a
time.
while.
Dude, you know me for
We
a
know how
long
you
time.
grab ass.
I do. I do. Well, with the
All right.
boys, I do once in a while. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, once in a while.
Is it a form of affection between friends?
That's what I see it as.
Ask him.
Or is it assault?
No, but
I've never grabbed you.
no. You definitely have grabbed.
No.
Dude. And you've grabbed and you've cupped it.
No,
Dude,
I haven't.
Like a full.
Back to the table. You do. What do you do on tables? It's not. We're not in WWE.
Fucking- what do you do on tables?
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
thinking.
do-
He's thinking I'm gonna get you on the table. That's what I'm saying.
Did you read or watch 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you say it like that?
I know what
Because
it's
that
about.
sounded so disingenuous.
I know what
You
it's
go,
about.
no. That's what you did. You're like, no, I never did that. That's what you did.
Like you caught him.
Yeah.
I love 50 Shades of Grey.
Now this is.
No.
I think this is. I don't know, man. I think you should be more honest.
Okay. Guys, I have something to tell you.
What do you got?
I love 50 Shades
Do you like
of Grey.
wearing other men's
I love
clothes?
wearing other men's clothes. Fuck, I really put myself in a corner, dude. This is Jordan's sweater if you're watching on YouTube. By the way, on the YouTube, like and subscribe, share with your friends. We're here, buddy.
Is this live?
No. We were live.
We should do a live with Jordan.
No,
That'd be
that
good.
should be
No,
fun.
that's dangerous, dude.
Nah,
You're gonna end up.
man.
But then you put it on the
End up
table
with what, man?
situation.
I mean, actually,
Well, that's pretty fun.
let's do it. I dare.
Well, I can't do it right now.
the fun shit comes out. What do you have written down, bro? What's going on here?
Got a lot, man.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to, you know what? First off, I wanted to shout out this year.
Oh, shout out 2020.
Well, hey, let's
feel like
give some context. What's happening this week?
What do you mean?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. You're right.
Oh,
dude.
it's the
Was it time
Thanksgiving
to start
episode.
reflecting about what
What we're grateful for. Dude, this week sucked, man. But
we're talking about this whole year, right?
yeah. Let's look back on the year, man. Let's look back on the
Mikey,
year.
what are you saying?
What are you trying to say, bro?
I was trying to say something completely different than Thanksgiving.
That sure looks good on
Well,
you,
say
man.
Thank you.
It
man.
does. Yeah, you look sexy.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
I wanna
And
put
y'all
you
look
on the
sexy too. Y'all both look sexy.
Come on, man. Come on, dude.
And honestly,
That's it.
I think we're the new sex icons.
This dude. Should I get a fur sweater like this?
All right, what I'm thankful for, is that what you want? Is that what you're saying?
No, go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say?
I have stuff that's, I don't know if you guys
No.
want to talk about
Bust
it.
it out. You wrote it down. It's important.
I wanted to say,
Bust it
this
out.
is only one line is like related to anything.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Shout out to 2024.
Shout out.
I think it's just been at least the craziest year for me, you know. But I feel like there's been a lot of growth. It's been a ride. I think I'm in the happiest place I've been in a long time, which is awesome. I want to ask you guys, about that too. But just with certain things that are happening in the past week, it's also kind of legitimizing. This is kind of the greatest year for hip hop.
Here we go.
And
Jordan.
that's why I think you don't want to get into it. It's
Here
fine.
Here we go. No, but let's get into it.
But it's kind of wild. But I kind of want to do Thanksgiving stuff first.
Okay.
And we could do that later because it's kind of more boring, maybe.
Okay.
Or should we get it over with?
No, it's going to be wild.
Sure. I mean,
I don't have much to talk about actually.
Same.
I have a really
What the
flat take on it, and it's just my personal taste, and it's not a popular opinion.
Okay.
Oh, are we gonna be tighter than I even thought?
I'm also, I have to say, my tastes are. This sounds so snooty, but I'm a little bit more like eclectic, and I feel like I don't have the best takes on popular music because of that. And it's not that I don't like popular music. I just feel like I very harshly judge popular music.
You're a hipster.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
yeah.
No, I don't want to degrade you into that.
I just like,
I know what you mean.
I
though.
feel like
I know what you mean.
for every pop icon, and you could take that at like any level of what that might mean, because that I think applies to every genre of music.
Yeah.
There's 100 lesser known artists that are making better
music.
Yeah.
that nobody knows about.
That's a fact, dude.
It is.
So I like to try and find those people,
Yeah.
and give them my attention and money, and I do my best to do that. And I'm a victim of enjoying popular music, like everybody else. But I think we owe it to other artists because we're artists, to just like give our attention. There's so much attention focused on these like huge megastars, and I think we owe the smaller people some light and some love too.
Yes,
So,
sir. Agreed.
Yeah.
That's my main point.
Yeah.
I love that.
But if you want to talk about the actual,
I think a lot of people agree with that, honestly.
I
man.
agree fully.
100%. But I think it's interesting, though, because I feel like there's a lot that has to do, I think, with the little artist and with the people that no one really thinks about or talks about. You know? I don't
What do you mean by that, Mike?
I'll skip to that stuff.
Okay.
So, all right, Kendrick Lamar, Drake rap beef. We don't got to dissect the whole thing and
We were
the whole
there.
timeline. We were there. We all lived through it. But I keep trying to put my foot up, but I told myself
Don't do
not
it.
to.
Don't do it.
But basically now, it's over. I think the majority thinks Kendrick won. Whatever you got. But just yesterday, or actually last, what was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Kendrick dropped an album, right? After first song, album after the Not Like Us song, right?
Yes.
Which was the big thing.
The big bop.
And just yesterday, a lawsuit came out from Drake's team towards UMG, which is Universal Music Group. And it's not a lawsuit. People say it's a lawsuit. It's a petition, which is, I guess, what you do pre-lawsuit. And basically, it's like they don't have evidence, but they're saying there's some sort of foul play from what they've heard or seen, that something's not lining up. And it's basically requesting from UMG, like, give us the info so we could file this, basically. Which doesn't really make sense in my mind.
Give us the info so we can file.
Yeah, like give us the evidence, basically. Because I think, like, there's some sort of, like, they have to be able to give their, I think, like, statistics and stuff like that. If there is, like, some sort of, like, challenge towards them, you know, like, and that's, like, what they're trying to do. UMG denied it, blah, blah, blah. But, and then I saw, like, the reaction to it, obviously. There's, like, people on both sides, right? People are Drake stans, people are Kendrick stans. I see a lot of people now turning, like, the side for Drake is saying, like, yo, he's going against the industry. Like, he's going against, like, because basically in the lawsuit is, I'll just say it's a lawsuit, whatever. He's basically accusing that the UMG with Spotify, because they have, like, stake in Spotify and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, like, connected. So, like, it's kind of weird, like, oh, they might have, like, ways to,
Push
manipulate, like, numbers and stuff like that.
Right.
And they're accusing Kendrick of basically botting the Not Like Us song,
Got it.
you know, to, like, blow up so big that it destroyed this guy's career.
It's like the election stuff there.
Yeah, kind of. And, like,
votes.
taking away streams from Drake to
Giving
go
it
to Kendrick.
Got it.
Which I don't know how you feel about, whatever. But also the way it kind of connects to smaller artists is because certain thing that they're accusing is that they I think for leasing the streams or something, like, with the artist or, like, the song to push it basically into, like, algorithms and stuff is, like, a common thing, right? But you pay, like, a certain price for that. And supposedly they're saying that for Kendrick, they, like, sliced it down 30%. So, like, he had an advantage of getting in spots.
Wow.
But there's no proof for that,
No proof.
right? But they're saying that it is. Now, that's obviously really bad, right? Because if, like, the normal artist, because for Spotify, I think the main guy was saying, he's like, it's already so hard to break through because there's, like, 60,000 songs going up on.
So bad.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
But it's like there's 60,000 songs going up on Spotify every, like, day.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, to break through is, like, impossible.
Yeah.
And there's certain, like, things for people to kind of take advantage of, like, if they have a little following, like, to boost them up. But it's hard. But this is kind of like, you know, if this goes through, this could change the landscape of, like, at least streaming, you know, forever, right?
Right.
Like, if that's something that's being manipulated, obviously that should be called out, and, like, that's a bad thing, right?
Do you think Spotify should be allowing a pay to play, like, method built in itself?
I mean, it kind of already does in a way.
Just
They have, like, this
It's not new at all.
Yeah, no, it's a thing that exists, right?
It's been.
Do you think it's
but
But
they're saying-
radio.
do you think it's, like, solid, like that?
Well, that's another thing that people are saying is, like, when Spotify had this, like, program that if you had like 25,000 monthly listeners, you get like a discovery plan. Like you can sign up for it, and you can chop like 30% of your. People are saying they think this is what they're getting at.
Okay.
You can chop off 30% of your kind of like the royalty or whatever, or the money you get to be pushed into like playlists and all these things. It's kind of like your choice. You know what I mean?
That's a no-brainer.
And it's a campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some people say like it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? But also, I don't know. I feel like most people make their money off like touring and shit. So
right.
Spot of like streaming, I don't think you make that much money. Really.
Right.
Unless you're making like
pennies,
millions, billions of streams, right? But that's what one way people are saying. Like this could change for like things for young
artists,
smaller artists.
Yeah.
You know, people that are like solo and things like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much. I don't if it's happening, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right. It's not good.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jordan?
With the pay to play thing?
I mean, yeah,
Or
but
just encouraging people to
Like Kendrick
Yeah.
specifically, like if he did do this, is that what you're saying? Like
well, that's what they're like the petition is for. Is like that they did this.
I
you
think
know?
the whole world is run on
You think most things are bought?
backroom deals
Yeah.
and
the bread.
greasy handshakes and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
And it's absolutely nothing new. It's the basis of capitalism is just shitty,
Backroom
sneaky deals. That's the whole fucking thing. And music is a capitalist, and they capitalized on people's love for music.
Yeah.
Hollywood isn't like that.
No, not at all. No.
Are box offices and stuff like
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
are they? Do you think they're like?
dude? Film accounting is so fucking sketchy.
Is it?
Why
Go
do you
into
think
that a little bit?
Why do you think WB just straight up deleted movies that were coming out a couple of years ago?
Why would they do it?
Because they make more money marking the whole project as a loss or something along those lines than they would if they had released it and had to pay licensing fees for streaming and theatrical releases.
So to raise the funds and then kind of back end pocket the
they'll
funds.
literally just like cancel a movie after it's done.
They'll cancel it after it's done.
It happened with a few projects that Warner Brothers, I think it was Warner Brothers, in cahoots with, I think, HBO. I don't remember what the exact thing was, but they just straight up deleted a project, like deleted movies that were already slated for release.
Yeah.
Because they can then, they were transitioning and merging companies and stuff, and they said, well, we're just going to delete these projects and we'll make more money, like marking these as a total loss than paying to put them out. And it's just destroying all this work that's been done.
Dude.
I don't know, man. Just the whole thing is super sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether a movie is a financial success or not is also very like opaque. There's like no easy way for like people outside of that small bubble of the entertainment industry to really understand the accounting. A lot of movies, even movies that do very well on paper, look like they didn't make money because the nature of the accounting, they try and make it look like every project was kind of a financial failure, because if they make a ton of money, then they have to pay taxes and do a whole bunch of other stuff.
Pay back investors.
Damn.
So it's really sketchy. And like the bigger the movie, like these big $300 million movies are almost a guaranteed, like they will make back their money, but I wouldn't even want to see the line item breakdown of those budgets. I feel like it's just a labyrinth. There's no
Right.
Yeah.
and the music industry is failing for a lot of other reasons, but part of it is the people at the top of the top are the only ones really making any money. And everybody else, there used to be a way, it's always kind of been a scam, but I think that there used to be a way to make a living as a musician. You used to be able to write music. It would get played on the radio. You'd get paid per play. You know, you'd sign a deal with a record label because there was no way to self-distribute. So you would either get a good or bad deal with a record label. They would produce your album and press it on vinyl or put it out on a CD, and you'd book tours, and the tours would sell out, and you'd sell your merch, and you'd get, paid advances from the record label to make an album. And like kind of none of that shit is happening anymore. tours aren't, if they don't like immediately, people are canceling tours, like big tours, because they don't immediately sell out venues.
Yeah.
So like there's a metric now, if the dates don't sell out within like a week of the tour getting announced, they cancel the tour. It's like happening with like bigger and bigger artists now because it's too expensive to front the money. And a lot of times, from my understanding, is the artists front the money for the tour. So it's coming out of like, the artist's pocket, and they're trying to make their money back to pay staff and all the fees associated with putting on huge shows. So if they're getting kind of like, the algorithm is telling them, hey, this is not going to sell out, you're not going to make your money back, they aren't like beat to lose money on their tours anymore. And it's just, they're canceling.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing more people playing like big festivals for multiple dates or doing residencies. Like the real big artists are doing residencies now because it's we're going to do 4 nights at MSG.
Yeah.
Because they know that those shows are going to sell out, and people are now flying in to see a show instead of them doing a countrywide tour.
Yeah. It's all in one place.
Which it's how the economics are changing the industry.
I think you're right. It's like, it has to do with like when they got rid of like the radio stream, because now it's like the online stream, which is like, it's got spread out so like thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, what is it even? I think that's what people are really questioning right now. Is like, what is an online stream equal at all? Because no one really looks at it anymore as like, I guess it's important. Is it that important? Because a lot of people are like, you don't make any money off streaming. So
It's a good metric of popularity.
Yeah.
It's not a good way to make money.
Yeah.
I don't know how professional musicians make.
What is a musician making off of a stream? About
We have
Like
no clue,
1/1000th of a penny.
Every company has like CPMs and stuff that like equals to like how many 1,000 streams equals what, like 10 cents or something. They have a certain number for that.
So like
Especially even for like podcasts, YouTube, like all this stuff, it's like they have a CPM of like what you get paid out.
Yeah,
but
I've seen
you have
that.
to be part of an incentive program
Right. It's
or a
also-
partnership and everything.
It's also based on, I would say, minutes listened, just like minutes watched on YouTube. The more minutes watched of each video, the more money you get, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
So
And-
that's why songs are getting shorter, because like if you have a minute long song, it's much more likely someone's going to
play
listen
through.
to the full track and play it again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Versus if you just wrote a song with the chorus 3 times
Yeah.
over 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're making the song only has 1 or 2 choruses. You got to listen to it again. You got to listen to it again.
Yeah.
It's like bite-sized music now, and it means people are streaming more of the same song, but it shows up like more plays, more streams, more minutes listened. But it's like they're just like writing half a song now.
Yeah.
There's no more 5-minute like.
You're losing money if you put like more effort into your thing, basically.
Yeah, it's just like the era of like hour-long albums with like long stitched together songs and stuff like don't really happen anymore. Now it's just like right to the point.
Yeah.
It's fast food music at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Like most things.
Which I guess makes sense too, why the industry kind of, the payment system follows that a little bit, right? Like it makes sense.
It's like a
It's like, why would I pay you for your hour-long master class like thing with a story woven? Like,
Well,
we don't really care.
you know,
we care about
one-
how many people are gonna have people listen.
Right. One feeds the other. Like it's like a circle essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The demand for shorter music then feeds the system that like rewards more streams based on like, how long the songs are, and it feeds itself, and the songs just get shorter, and it's effective,
Yeah.
and it's why like big artists are writing shorter and shorter songs.
Yeah.
They're just like,
I think this situation is interesting though, because like they're suing UMG. Drake's on UMG.
yeah.
So he's suing his
Kendrick
himself,
and
his own
Drake are
thing.
both on you.
Yeah, which like a lot of it's all like
I think
it's so
they're in
weird.
sub labels of UMG, but UMG is like the parent company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just like strange too, because I don't know if you guys remember, but in 2018 when Drake dropped his album Scorpion,
Yeah.
do you remember? Were you guys on Spotify?
That wasn't.
Dude, I'm telling you, every single like playlist
Had him on it?
had his face. All of them. You can look it up. And like I looked back to like the Twitter on Spotify's Twitter in 2018, and everyone's like, "Dude, why is Drake out? Like why is am I just being people got refunds for being pushed Drake
Really?
Yeah, because it was just being because this is how people do it. Like this is what happens now.
Well, would you say
Like-
he is the most popular hip hop musician?
Yes,
You did it again.
I know. Yes, but is it right to push him on a country playlist?
Is that what they were doing?
Yeah, pushing on everything, Latin, like all these things, just putting his face on everything,
Wow.
and having like you're listening to like shuffle,
Yeah.
and like your playlist ends, it plays like a Drake song. Is that kind of wild? Kind of, but it's like, look, I get it. Like I'm just saying that he's done this before. Like he's benefited from this same thing that he's going against,
Right.
which is where I think is a little bit of contradiction. But I think if like, look, lawsuits are if there's wrongdoing and it can be proven, then
But come out.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I want to say, for artists, for people that care about the craft and all these things,
Uh-huh.
I feel like this is the biggest, like, outward, like, go against art thing done. In
Like
a
a
long time.
false, like people pushing.
No, I think like Drake, like in terms of like rap and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever you guys. I don't know if Jordan listens as much, but in terms of like culture and stuff like that, right? I mean, I'm a fucking white guy talking about rap, right? Which is whack. But
It's not.
there's some like when you, I don't know. I love this.
okay.
Like I love it.
Yeah,
basically,
man.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
And watching it kind of like crumble in this way and seeing like the reaction from it, it's just like it's a weird time to be going through.
Do you have faith or hope in rap? Like it's going to end up in a good
I feel
place?
like this is with all like movies and all this stuff.
Got it,
I
got
just
it.
have such like a negative mentality about it now because I feel like it's
The
just
arts.
it's so like gamed by just like these higher up systems that just like
Yeah,
make
man. Well, that's what you're
seem
talking
like-
about. These backroom
it
deals
just
that
sucks,
run
dude.
these artistic
Listen-
like places.
Listen to indie rap.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do
People
yeah.
that aren't Kendrick or Drake.
Yeah.
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 That's the answer.
Yeah.
Just stop
But-
listening to Kendrick and Drake.
I listen to
Yeah.
Kendrick because I think he's against that, which he's not fully because
I
he's
don't
still
think
part
he
of the
is.
I don't think he's
I
against.
don't think he is because he makes a lot of
he
fucking
makes a
money.
lot of money,
Yeah.
buddy.
But I mean, like you're saying with smaller artists, he put a bunch of LA smaller
I'm gonna
artists on
say
his album.
this is gonna someone's gonna hate that I say this.
Yeah.
Fucking
love it.
Kendrick Lamar is no different than Ariana Grande
Mm.
or Miley Cyrus or Katy Perry.
I love the hot take. I love the
don't
hot
agree.
take.
I don't agree.
I love the
It's
hot
no
take.
different, man.
I don't agree.
It's the same.
It's pop music.
In what way?
It's pop music.
It's not pop music.
It
It's
is.
Pop music.
How is it pop music?
Because
It's
he
really
is a-
well done, pop
He's
music.
a popular artist.
Yeah, can't help it. He can't help it. He's so
It's
big.
all pop music.
I don't know.
he's
Mainstream
so
rap.
big.
Mainstream rap.
So it matters how big you are?
It just comes with the territory. I
yeah,
think.
it kind of does.
You become the thing that you were against.
Doug,
I don't agree.
Elvis
At
was
all.
pop music.
No.
Yes.
No, okay, yeah. No, but
How is it any different?
He's played in every
so
country.
once you're at a point you're pop music, once you're popular enough?
Isn't that how it
I
goes?
think that's what pop music is. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you eventually you
agree.
transcend your own genre and you become this kind of he's not
I think that's
he's
too
not
vague of a term.
is not part of the same genre that he might have been at the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
When he was like lesser known, closer to, he might still be rapping about the same stuff.
Yeah.
He might even still be the same guy, but his popularity,
He's not the same guy. He can't be the same guy.
I don't know. I don't know the guy. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying.
Call.
In a general, yo, get him on the line.
Get him on the line.
I think as artists grow and become increasingly popular, and then when you get to the point of being like a mega star,
Yeah.
you can the kind of less, I don't know, like your clout grows,
Mm-hmm.
but your relevance for the most part,
Yeah.
I don't think he has the same like, I don't know what the right word is there, but it's like,
I think I kind of get it.
and I'm not singling him out. I think
Yeah.
Drake is the same way. I think it's like it's like
I think
the
though-
same things.
I think I understand what you're saying, but don't you think it's not from kind of like the artistic side of it. It's more of like the business side of it. That you're saying he's a pop artist?
Yeah, I think that's kind of where you're itching at.
Yeah,
Because he's still trying to keep his artistry intact.
yeah.
It's just the business that comes
There-
along
I
with
have-
his name.
I have,
okay.
I have feelings about that part
okay,
too.
Okay. Fair.
But again, I don't think my thoughts are kind of
But
just my own. But
I understand like the business
from a-
can also bleed into like you could be like taking advantage of certain things to and you could say it's like
course.
what your life and all this stuff, and you could be lying. Or
Kendrick,
doing
don't worry
whatever.
about it. I'm going to take care of this.
Another rap artist, incredibly popular, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fucking Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
There you go.
Is Tyler the Creator a pop artist?
Yes.
Huge.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that
because
term.
he
It doesn't make
transcends
sense.
he's not part of the genre. Dude, if you looked at, was it like 17-year-old Tyler the Creator?
Yeah.
When he was in Odd Future making essentially punk music.
Yeah.
Like aggressive rap punk music.
Is pop just like popular music?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
making
but that's such a whack-
perfumes
It makes
and
it
like
seem so whack.
If your vinyl is in Barnes & Noble, you're pop music. Fair to say?
Thank you, David.
Fair to say?
No, I don't agree.
Come on,
I
man.
don't agree, dude. No, there's no way.
I mean, that's
Then why
pretty
do
good.
they why do
That's
they
a pretty
label
good
shit
metric.
rap? And then there's rap albums that
I mean,
are
it's
by,
right next
by
to
less
Taylor.
popular artists in Barnes
It's
and
right
Noble.
next to Imagine Dragons.
That's why I said it's not it might not be a popular take.
I
That's
don't
my
agree.
take.
I kind of see where you're coming from, and I kind of agree.
It all kind of gets lumped together, and the definition of pop music has changed dramatically
Yeah.
since like we were kids, when it was like very stringent, like this is what pop music is. But I think even then, when you've got in the 90s, you had Radiohead selling out. Nirvana was a pop band.
Yeah,
They might not have called themselves that, but when you're on the top 50, when you're one of the biggest bands in the world,
Famous
you're
all over
selling
the
out.
world, man.
You're selling out arenas.
Yeah,
You're a pop band.
yeah,
Now, if Kurt Cobain didn't
know.
kill
That's
himself,
crazy to me.
if Kurt Cobain didn't kill
weird to me.
himself,
yeah.
they would have continued that trajectory probably, or broken up or whatever. But they were kind of, they were cut short as a band
Yeah.
by his decision. So they kind of maintained their sort of subversive reputation.
yeah.
If he lived to old age, or middle age, whatever, and continued making music, he would eventually either have become a full-on pop star, which he probably would have hated,
Yeah.
Went
because I don't
solo
think,
and like,
based on his own writing and stuff, like he hated that.
yeah,
Or they would have broken up
right.
and not made music anymore.
Well, that's like
But the fact that some people just keep going,
Yeah.
keep like allowing that to happen,
it's like once you get so big, it's out of your hands now. It's like the world has claimed that you are popular.
sort of. I mean,
Yeah,
Kendrick.
but what does
Kendrick
that mean though? That like you're pop? Does that mean like you just have no say in anything? Like it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't
Do you
mean
think-
anything
how about
more.
this? Let me
You
pose
can't
this
mean
question.
more than being a pop artist.
Let me pose this question. Do you think he is controlled in any sense by a UMG? But because he's so popular, they bring him under their umbrella. Now, do they have any say over what he does?
Well,
and
from
says?
what his actual he says and the people part of his team say is that UMG has like the last say. They don't see the album till like the end, basically,
Okay.
before they're about to put it out.
That would be my question. I would love to know, like, a popular artist, does the industry that pulls the strings, that gets percentages of everything the artist makes, that they signed a contract to, what do they have power over? Because they're trying to make money off of these artists, and the more popular, I'm sure they're trying to get a little bit more bread. So I'm just curious, like, what do those backroom deals look like? Is Kendrick a part of them? Is Drake a part of them? Is Taylor a part? What does it look like? Because it's where we're at.
Well,
There's nobody telling us, give me a piece of your thing, and then we're gonna put it over here. What, it doesn't exist because we're not popular. But like, I imagine, like, some of our friends get popular or something, then it's like, oh, there's some people coming into the fray and they want to get a piece, and like, what do they have say over? And then how many more stronger, powerful organizations are going to come in and try to take from the artist and like try to sway them in this direction? Hey, Kendrick, I can imagine a conversation would be like, this UMG guy just calls and says, don't worry about it. I'm going to handle all the Spotify shit. Just keep making your stuff. And he doesn't even know he's cutting the 30% deal and like sending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wonder.
Yeah.
I just wonder.
That's kind of what UMG said. He's like, if you have a problem with us, we would never do this stuff. If you have a problem, go sue Kendrick Lamar.
Fair. If he's got the power, do it to him. Yeah. I hear you.
But I think you can know and stuff, because contracts are kind of known, or at least details get talked about.
Lawyers
I
look
almost
at
did
him.
again.
Yep. You almost said it again. That was the 5th time.
It's crazy. But I know for at least for Drake, his deal, like details about it, was that he had a $400 million deal.
Oh,
They own all his, music,
UMG.
and he's like has a set amount of whatever work to do and albums.
Tour
and everything.
days.
Yeah. and he was like, I don't want to get into like the bias of mine because I'm obviously biased probably at this point because I don't know. I have my own thoughts.
Yeah.
But he was bragging about it, and now he's going against it, and he wants to get out of his deal. It seems like right. Now for Kendrick's deal, I know less, but at least from like sources that are close and talk about it, and some of the details that were out, it seems more of like I'm only going to do a deal if I have, ownership, control, and I don't care. Like you could put my label like on your label, whatever, but I'm not going to be listening to you for what I do. And it kind of shows
more artistic control.
Kind of shows because he may not like us, which is calling him a pedophile, PDF.
Right.
So,
right.
And now we can get off this very soon, but second lawsuit came, petition.
Okay.
About the words and not like us as defamation, which I kind of saw this coming.
Well,
which like, I think
that's what beef is, right? That's what a rap beef is. Defamation?
I don't. Well, yeah, I guess, but I wouldn't sue. I think suing is not the right way. Right?
I agree. I mean, if you're engaged,
well, if it was the 90s, they would just shoot each other.
They would shoot each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
what's better. What's better?
That's not a better solution.
Yeah.
Definitely the threats. Yeah.
Fair.
But I don't know. It's just such a interesting thing because it feels like it's like 3D chess of what they're both trying to like. Watching it happen is fun to watch so much. I feel like everyone says.
Well, let's be real. I don't think any of us. I think the beef diss tracks are the like lowest bar for in terms of like artistic expression. I think specifically the tracks that were put out during this.
Yeah.
Whatever episode
conflict
are fucking subpar on every level in terms of what they are possible of.
You a hater, bro.
And I love this.
And I think the only people that benefit, because it's not us benefiting, because we're getting shitty music.
I'm benefiting. I'm having a great time.
Sure, well, I find mindless entertainment of people you don't know beefing publicly, and it's
awesome.
Get pop musicians beefing.
It's awesome.
Apparently, these guys are not benefiting enough where they can just be like, hey, it's over with, we made our money, now we can make more music like separately. The only organization that's really benefiting is
UMG. This is a great point.
They're laughing all the way to the fucking bank.
This is a good point. So. You're making a great point, dude.
Thank you, Dave.
I guess so. Yeah,
that's how it is.
Think about it
in every situation.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because they're like boys. Let me, even if they don't tell them,
but not if they're getting sued.
They're like,
no, don't
like, Drake.
Not if they're getting sued.
Drake, this may be defamation. You might be able to sue here. I think we got to win. Kendrick, release that album, dude. Because if you release it now, you really bury him.
I'm not that like,
dude. UMG
conspiracy brained, bro. I'm not.
It's conspiracy, man. That's capitalism.
That's no, dude.
Capitalism.
The almighty.
I'm not gonna write it all off, but I don't think it's like the point.
Well, they killed JFK.
That's true. There's no artistic expression under capitalism.
Conspiracy.
Well, they killed JFK. He was our president, and that's coming out, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
Woody Harrelson's dad killed the president, dude.
You tell me.
Did you? And that's. Did you ever hear that?
No.
Woody Harrelson, the actor, his dad was in the CIA or FBI or something. He killed the president. Look it up. Guys, I love that.
I believe it,
and I think you made a lot of good points, man. And I also see where you come from. Like I know it's why it's like it's frustrating to even go down that road because you're such an artist and music lover. I get into it with the movie stuff because it keeps me up at night. How many movies get made and produced and redone? Like Gladiator just came out, and
Gladiator 2.
Yeah, Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
And it's such a well done first movie, dude. I didn't see the second one yet. And it's probably great, but I just know they just threw it together and threw some stars in it.
I think Ridley Scott's kind of past his prime.
I just think they just did it for they took the name Gladiator.
Apparently it's good.
And I'm sure it's great.
But I think Ridley Scott he had he was on fire.
He was for a while,
for
man.
like 20 years.
Yes, dude.
And now he's not so much.
Like, let's run it back.
He produces great movies, but he's started some of the best franchises in film. I don't know, man.
Did you hear about the Roadhouse release? Did you ever hear about that?
I heard about that.
We talked about
remake?
it on the pod. Yeah, the remake.
Yeah, unfortunately I watched it.
Me too. Well, it came right to Amazon, so a lot of people just watched it. But the director went into talks with whoever the production company was or the distribution company or whoever was in charge of the production, but was promised a theatrical release. And he was like, this is one of the reasons I'm doing it. It's a big movie. It should be going to the theater. He was passionate about it, and that pushed him through production. And then when he got to the end, they said, like, you get like one movie premiere and it's at a film festival.
Yeah.
He was like, what? Like, I thought we had an agreement. And they're like, sorry, you're coming. I mean, I think it was Amazon, actually. Amazon Studios.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so they were like, no, you're coming to release with us directly.
Capitalism.
I mean, there it is.
Big
Lie to
C.
the artist and then just take it. What can you do?
Who benefits?
Yeah, what can you do?
Who benefits from fucking over the artist?
It's always the company, bro. It's always the big man.
The company.
The white collar.
Mr.
You know?
Bezos.
Yeah, Bezos, dude.
Yeah.
It makes you kind of cynical.
Yeah. Or you just say fuck that whole system, and the system is like a general thing.
Yeah, fair.
Whether you're making music or movies or you're painting pictures or something. I think if you're making art with the aspiration of being the next whoever, you're screwing yourself over.
Yeah.
Because the system that you are trying to implant yourself into is rigged in every possible way. And it kind of applies to everything. Even like sports, if you're an athlete, we could talk about, I'm sure you guys have talked about the boxing match already.
Bronny James.
The match.
Jake Paul.
We didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it at all. Tyson.
I don't know how we didn't talk about it.
We talked about it separately.
Yeah, but I don't know how we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
But the obvious, and
Money.
everybody knows it.
Yeah. Setup.
The $20 million deal. Again, the people that are making their money are making their money.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're the only suckers in the mix, dude.
They sold us on Tyson's still strong. Like they sold us on that one shot.
But it was free on Netflix.
And it was free on, but they knew we'd watch.
But Netflix is making
Iron Mike is still Iron Mike.
He's still strong. But he's
Jake Paul
58.
is a fucking YouTuber.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is, dude. It's marketing.
Yeah.
It's capitalism.
It's
That's
great
all it
marketing.
is. And if your art is boxing, I think being in that bubble, there is an honesty, because at the very least, you're still just like literally punching someone in the face.
Yeah.
There is a little bit more honesty in that than maybe like, the modern music industry or films or whatever. But it's all fucking money grab.
Yeah.
And the second sports betting became as big as it's become and legalized, now the government's part of it, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's all
they
sanctioned.
want their cut too.
Yep. Yep.
You think MGM, Sportsbook, fucking all these betting platforms aren't like tied in somehow with local, state, federal government people that like the whole system now is built to kind of placate us into enjoying this entertaining content while everyone else makes their money. The back-end investors make their money back, and we all sit there like fucking idiots watching it, watching the rappers beef, or watching the shitty remake of a good movie from the 80s, or watching an obviously scripted boxing match, and we're all like, this seems a little stupid. But then you watch it anyway because we're fucking dumb. We're all dumb now.
Dude. I haven't heard one person that has been like, I didn't see it. And maybe because people know I'm boxing and stuff, but they come to me and they say, did you see the fight? And
Everyone's got Netflix.
You're a married couple. You never watched boxing in your life. Like, I never thought you'd watch a boxing match.
Everybody, this is how they knew this was going to happen. Everybody wanted to see Mike Tyson.
Everyone knew Mike Tyson, yeah.
Fuck up a YouTuber who deserves it. And they knew that.
And we all bit.
And Jake Paul knew that.
At least it felt less bad because I had Netflix.
But they knew that too.
That's the teeth dug in deeper to you.
Man. They're like, it's already on TV. Just flick it on, guys. Just put it on.
And Netflix is losing so many subscribers all the time.
Yes, they are.
They're still like the top streaming platform, but they're not making any money. I don't think they've ever made money.
Really?
Probably not.
I don't think they've ever made money. Genuinely.
What?
Look it up. I don't think they've ever made money.
Well, they pour money into productions too. What?
Because they keep getting more money.
Yeah.
Injections of
For
money.
making things, right?
So they're just staying above water,
Bro,
basically.
I need to say this. I think that whatever you say, if it's popular or it's like, there can be good things in the pop. in that stuff.
What's
I
pure?
was
money?
I
never
think there
making-
can be artistic and all that stuff.
The problem is not so much the content; it's the way the content's presented and the way we consume it.
Distributed and consumed.
It makes us stupid. It's making us all stupid.
How?
Because there's no effort involved with consuming things nowadays.
This is a good point.
Everything is frictionless. You don't have to think hard about what
This
you're
is a good
consuming.
point.
Not the friction.
It's fast food.
You don't want to hear it.
It's fast food for your brain.
Yeah, man.
And it's nutritionless. I'll say
Yeah.
that. And it's made that way on purpose so that you go, this is entertaining. I am
Yeah.
enjoying
Take
this.
my $5.
I get my brief moment of dopamine, and now I'm like happy that I paid for
man.
this service. And there's no there's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not necessarily saying everything that's popular is bad. That's a really shitty take, because that's not true, dude. Like, I like pop music.
Yeah.
I like
you
shitty
don't.
popular movies.
No, you don't.
I watched the Jake Paul and Iron Mike
Yeah.
fight
Yeah, dude.
like this. I was like, yeah. And I went, wait a second. But
this is staged.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like aware of it, and it pisses me off
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are aware, but we all just go,
yeah.
Fuck it.
there are other things to be upset about.
You know, I think what I can kind of, what it makes me think of that you're saying is, I don't know. This is how I feel. It's like making everyone not be able to like appreciate anything.
Or have an opinion. Or like
Yeah.
make up their mind on something that's
Yeah.
like outside the box a little bit. It's,
the Mona Lisa.
here we go.
How long has the Mona Lisa been displayed in public? And it's become, rather than people going
Perfect.
to sit and
You're making
contemplate
some crazy points.
sit and contemplate the beauty of the subtle expression on Mona Lisa's face, which is why the painting is as popular as it is. People go to see the Mona Lisa to take a fucking selfie in front of it.
like this.
Yeah.
That's why there's a crowd. It's in a room.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it in a room with other
Yeah,
paintings?
yeah, it is.
It's in a room filled with other beautiful masterpieces. But everyone wants to take a picture with the popular one.
Yeah.
Isn't that
And you
something?
lose the
Image.
fucking
The
you
reason
lose the
it was made.
point.
Yeah.
You lose the whole point of this painting.
Are you
What's
high?
the answer,
Are you making some
dude?
great
What?
points? Are you on shrooms?
No, I wish I was.
Dude, you're making great points,
I
man.
wish I was, man.
Yeah, because
Holy shit.
No, this is,
you
I just
flipped my
spent a
whole
lot
world.
of time sitting in silence, contemplating existence.
but that's a perfect point.
No, but that's what it is, man. We've lost the ability to collectively, we lost the ability to sit with something, and I don't know.
It's lost for people that don't try.
But what he's saying is we're
I'm
getting
saying
conditioned as a whole.
I'm generalizing.
The masses are
The
getting
mass.
conditioned by these companies
Yeah.
to get shorter attention spans and less productive thought or
This is the reason. Yeah.
friction against it. Less challenge. Let's
Yeah.
take challenge away from the consumer. Let's make it as easy as possible for them to
destroying-
consume what we can put out.
It's
and
destroying
they'll just
me,
keep
dude.
buying it.
I hate it.
But that's what they've done to us.
Yeah.
It's what they've done to us.
Not me.
It's something to get your eyes on, just to be aware of. Like you are, everything you subscribe to, it's trying to make it frictionless for you.
Yeah.
It's trying to make. We were just talking to Homeboy who told us like the reason this service is great for us. He was talking to us.
Yeah.
Your little side thing. It's easy.
Yeah.
You make it easy for us. There's less friction. That's the service.
I want some friction, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Give
I
me
mean,
some
that's what I'm
friction,
saying.
dude.
Get punched in the mouth a little bit.
About to wear
you know?
some Velcro, the spiky side.
You got to get humbled in life. You got to get pushed. There needs to be some kind of like force pushing against
Yeah.
you. Otherwise, you become this numb, like
but-
opinionless zombie that just walks forward and consumes all that's given to it and just nods.
Another problem too is I don't think it's a generational thing, because I think all of us are collectively doing this. But there's
Getting depressed, dude.
Don't be depressed, man. We're just getting eyes
it's a
on
mental health
something.
problem, but also people don't like experiencing discomfort.
Yeah.
Which is normal, I think, to not want. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable,
Fucking bitch.
but being uncomfortable is a huge part of like the human experience.
It is,
It's how
man.
you grow and become like a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
And I've had experiences with students on the student programs that I've worked on where they any challenge they face, some of them will meet that challenge head on and actually like do way more than they have to because they're excited about
The challenge.
finally being pushed and challenged. But then there are, I would say, unfortunately, a majority of them that are like, why are you doing this? This hurts. This doesn't feel good. Like this is too hard for me to process as someone who's spent the majority of my short life in comfort.
Yeah.
Why do I have to work hard? Why do I have to think about a challenging idea? Why do I have to think about poverty or, a place where they don't have basic needs met? Like all of my basic needs are met. I'm not poor. Why am I being pushed into thinking this way? I'm going to share it's like a personal story about a close friend who was dealing with, she's in remission from cancer over the past year, and she's doing well, but she's a teacher.
Right on.
And she shared a story about how she's has ups and downs, but she's back to work and she's doing really well. And like anybody who knows her is like extremely proud of how hard she's working and the fact that she's doing well. But one of her students said that she was triggered by how down, like kind of worn down she looked in class. And my reaction is like, fuck you, bro. Like,
Yeah,
what is your right to say you're triggered by my sickness? It's like but as a teacher, she has to like tone down her own response and be kind of, like
How do you do that?
political and easy on the kid. And I'm like, man, like I would never say that to someone when I was a kid, I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's a generational thing and this addressing discomfort thing, and like younger people are more upfront about what makes them uncomfortable, and that's good. But also, it's like they can't conceptualize that someone else may be going through something, and that their feelings on that are less important in that moment.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to say that you are uncomfortable with someone else's cancer. It's a complicated situation, and that's that's a very surface level take on it. But like, I don't know. Like again, I was I think about young kids now too, and how they've got a lot of the world like accessible to them all the time, which is horrifying and great, depending on how you look at it. And I think about how hard we had to work to get information when we were younger, and that struggle. It's like it sounds so cheesy, but like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. If you cut the cocoon open too early and help the butterfly out of the cocoon too early,
It's gonna die.
It might not survive. Its wings don't develop fully. Whatever it is. And I think the struggle, like, of growth and of change is part of what makes the change valuable. And if we remove the struggle, we're doing a disservice to young people.
Yeah.
But we're doing it to ourselves too, by making every single thing we do and consume as frictionless as possible.
I think as adults, it's become like easier for us to like fall into it because, and we were lucky enough, like make no mistake, I agree. We need struggle. Like we need to have some kind of opposition.
A little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
I'm grateful for modern convenience. It's nice.
Of course.
But I think living in a fucking fantasy world where everything is just
at your
easy,
fingertips, man.
Easy all the time is kind of weird. It's like fake. It just feels like a fake way of living.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, maybe that's why I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but maybe that's why in Japan, dude, like it's the place of all convenience and everything's perfect. But like to get like open a bank account, it's like the most grueling process in the world.
Really?
Or like they still use like fax machines. It's like, why are we doing this? But maybe that's just like keep the friction, man, a little bit. Like
we need some hurdles.
Bring back the fax machines.
Yeah.
But I think it's an amazing point though. You're just killing
another
it,
one.
You're
another one.
Killing it today.
I know, dude.
Guys, I've been wondering about that so much. It just feels like when I see people like even like reacting to music or like stuff like this, and I'm just like, no one, like, I feel like so many people, like, they don't know what to, like, nothing is impressive anymore. Nothing is, like, enough. Nothing is anything anymore. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Am I listening to the same thing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It bothers me.
People, the music used to be popular for like a long time.
Yeah.
Like a song would be on the top 50 for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then something new would come out. People would like be bumping that.
Now you gotta.
Now it's like maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
New things. Yeah.
It's like the micro trends. I fucking hate that. Micro trends.
That's Dave's favorite.
I love my
Fucking like
That's your favorite.
bite size.
Who's talked about that song?
Tommy Richmond.
Who's
Nobody
have you
anymore.
heard that in a
Nobody
while?
anymore. Now I'm on Contrast. You guys hear Contrast?
See, this is what we got.
Drill rapper out of.
Bro, I'm still buying. I'm buying VHS tapes. Bro.
Dude, I got
That's the world I'm living in.
I got a question for you boys. A couple questions. They just came to me. What is something that like something that you find hope in life now, and then what is a pain that you go through or something that you're struggling with that isn't physical, but it's something you're dealing with?
What am I hopeful for, and what am I physical?
Yeah, like what in life gives you hope, and then like where do you see a pure hope in life? Something that isn't controlled by an industry or whatever, but something that's pure that gives you hope. Not trying to sell you on nothing, but it exists in life.
What?
It's really hard right now to be hopeful about anything.
No, dude, fair.
It's true.
The way
It's so
things are
true.
currently, it is very hard to be hopeful. At least for the next 4 years, we're gonna, I think, all go through some shit. I am hopeful that I have this vision. I've had it for a while since I became an adult of being a dad. And I think I am hopeful that I'm going to be a good dad and that I will have a good relationship with my child.
Breaking news?
Children? No.
Okay.
No, especially not
Yeah.
with the way the world is.
Okay.
That part of it sucks because, I think it otherwise would be a thing. But I'm hopeful for the imaginary relationship that I'm going to have with my kid. And I think like I want to do what, like I want to do the things that I didn't experience as a kid, and I think that a couple things I'm dealing with that aren't physical are the reality that has to be postponed potentially, or that like the world is kind of an unkind place sometimes. And it's scary bringing a new life into a world that might hurt it, and it's an unfair place to be alive. And it's always been that way. And actually, objectively, this is probably like one of the best times to ever be alive as a human on this planet. Just objectively speaking, but as a modern person who thinks in a modern way, like it's a scary time. And I don't want to contribute to the suffering of a future human because I decided I wanted to be selfish and have a kid. So I'm struggling with that. And I think, and on a more selfish level too, I don't know what to do with my career or my future in the short term because our industry is kind of dissolving. Robots are kind of taking over a lot of, components of what we do creatively and who we want to be. And I go like every day pretty much I'm like, is this what I want to be doing? Is this a realistic path forward, or should I just like learn to fucking saw wood? Like is there a tangible career that is more legitimate in this future that we're headed towards? And like creativity just seems like it is it comes in a lot of different forms, but I think the kind of creativity that we all are part of, it feels almost like either you find a way to sell it and commercialize it, or you completely become subversive and your creativity and the stuff you produce has to be so like left field from whatever is popular, mainstream, that people go, oh, this is different, I like it. But then eventually you become the same as the other stuff. So I don't know. Creatively, I'm just in a rut, and I feel like the news is really hard to read every day. And I'm like, truthfully, I know that there is always a need for expression and art and all that, but like, it feels like pointless in the face of all the suffering in the world sometimes. And I'm like, am I actually helping, or is it making a difference to anybody? When like, you know, you literally can't. I look at this fucking stupid phone every day.
Frictionless.
And there's so much pain on the other side of everything I'm looking at. Death, pain, suffering, poverty, horrors beyond imagination. And it's right there all the time. A few taps away. And I want to throw this thing out the fucking window.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but what if my next job is on there? What if my next
opportunity,
next paycheck is on there? Because that's the life I lead. And it's sickening. But yeah, that's reality sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Damn. Man.
What a
What was the second part? Of the
No,
question?
bro. I think it's good that you're. And thank you for sharing. And that's important. We talk about this
Yeah,
shit,
dude.
because otherwise it just stays up here.
Yeah.
Just
it's not to
cooks.
say I don't love what I do too, but
Yeah, man.
there's a kind of a crisis that happens when you're like, I think our work should incite joy in people.
Totally.
We should try and make things that people find inspiration in, and that's what I want to do.
Yes,
but
sir.
you know, it's like reality is way harsher.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think, to twist it in a positive way, that being aware of that means that we can maybe work harder towards being positive, being like uplifting towards things that we think matter. And maybe we have the freedom with this frictionless experience. We have the freedom to tell stories that we actually care about, because fuck it, why not? Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We, you know, the best and worst thing about the internet is that it gave a voice to everybody and a platform for everybody. And I think no matter what crazy thoughts pop in your head, someone out there will agree with you.
Yeah.
Good or bad. So, you know, I think if we're aware and we try and do good things, and we will find people that we can build a community with.
Yeah, dude.
That's a little positive spin on it.
That's a hopeful spin. Yeah.
That's our little community here.
That's right.
This is why we do it.
That's right, man.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
What was the second part of your question?
I have hope. What gives you hope in life? And then what are you struggling with now? Or what
I
is...
guess you kind of comboed it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
You did both. What's something you're struggling with that isn't physical?
I think hope I have right now. I think things have been pretty okay, you know, in terms of like,
good, man,
yeah,
huh?
I've been chilling.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm just hopeful for like I think just the future like relationships
Yes.
that are popping up right now.
Yes.
You know, I don't know. I'm hopeful for that. Things feel great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm like lightened up, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like there's life in me again.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
The spark is back.
Yeah. Spark's back, man. Love is real. I almost forgot.
Yeah, dude, you could forget.
But struggling is honestly maybe a little similar to you, Jordan, in terms of like career and like work and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a bit of like questioning every day. I'm like, things kind of like going down. Like I think like, what if this like dropped out tomorrow? Like, am I good? Am I chilling? I'm like, I don't know 100%.
Yeah,
So I'm like, maybe I gotta like really, you know, think a little more about that. And like the future of like trying to get a house, and I want to have the same thing with you, like having a kid, and to make that possible and like make it, I want that to be frictionless, you know? Like I want the kid, like
Not a chance, man.
you know, like as frictionless
No way.
as it could be.
You got to take it
it
all
as
the
it comes.
frictions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm excited for all that stuff.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I think I don't have any real,
No worries right now.
not a lot of worries right now.
Right on, dude.
I'm not struggling with that.
That's good, man. That's
Which
a
is
beautiful
great. It
thing.
feels good. You know?
Yeah, it's funny. I love to hear that, Mikey.
I want to hear yours.
Man, I'll start with what I'm struggling with now, and I'll try to be as real as possible. I think I'm struggling with helping other people. I feel like very frustrated, and I think when it comes to people you love, when you're put in a situation where like you love somebody deeply and they're going through something you can't fix, or someone is wrapped up in a vice or some kind of like a addictive cycle or something. And this is I've been to therapy for this many times, but like I just struggle with like, I either like clock out and I'm like, I'm done. Like I can't do this no more. Or it's, I jump into the fire. I'm like, how do I help? How do I help you see that? Like I have the answers for you. Here's the playbook. Just do it this way. And I think I just struggle with finding a balance of like not taking responsibility for another person's life that you love, but then being there, present, while the fire's, the house is on fire. It's like trying to mitigate like where I exist, like trying to show up, but not push away by trying to save or something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just struggle with that thought, man. And then I get down on myself. I'm like, well, why this? Why is my life like this? Why? Just get negative. I just get very frustrated and lonely and negative. You ever feel lonely? I feel like lonely in that situation. I just feel like no one can help me. Got to figure it out on my own, and there's no answer. So I just got to keep going through it over and over, the same cycle. So I feel trapped, lonely, and frustrated. How do you save someone that doesn't want to be saved? How do you love someone from afar or be present for someone while they're on fire and not jump in or leave? Like, I don't know. It's fucking very frustrating. But so I'm struggling with that. And wifey went through the procedure. The thing that gave me a lot of hope, man, is like, I think I take it for granted before when people hit you up that are in your circle. You guys did this. You guys reached out and were like, you want food? How are you? Like, just thinking of you. Things like small messages like that. They cost like $0. Like, it costs nothing. And like, I think, little messages like that, I'd be like, oh, thanks. Like, dude, that's so cool. Thank you. And I just push it away. And this time, like, I really like took into account who said what and what they were saying and what it means to me. And I let it land, and I was like, man, this is really fucking cool that I have friends that like take a minute out of their day to just hit me with a voice memo, or like just be like, oh, what do you like to eat? Like, I'll send it over, or like just to know like people are thinking of you in your life while you're going about your day, like in a healthy way, and not trying to take from you, or not for a further gain on their own end or whatever. It's just to be giving. Like, that's pure to me. That doesn't exist in a UMG or like a beef or a whatever. It's not popular. It's like that still exists. That little bit of humanity in friendships and relationships exists. So that gave me hope. I let that land, man. It's really cool. Yeah, the human spirit's beautiful, dude. When like I felt that, I was like, man, it's cool.
People used to write each other letters.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
a lot of effort goes into that.
Friction, literal friction.
But people used to write letters,
Yeah,
and I think people used to receive letters, and it's a lost form of connection that, again, was, relatively speaking, time intensive, but not cost intensive, but deeply personal. Mm-hmm. I mean, I still have letters that my my great uncle wrote my grandfather when he was in Germany during World War II.
Wow.
Just written on scratch paper, when they were, he was a young kid. No one's going to remember my text messages.
Yeah.
No one's going to remember my Instagram comments 100 years from now.
Right.
I archive yours.
Thanks, you print them out, put them in like a book. But I'm saying, like, the the little bit of humanity that we have, I mean, we should take advantage of when we can. And it's why I sent you a voice memo this week, and I'm trying to do it with friends, like send voice memos. I think it's not like I didn't fucking invent that. But I think I forgot that it was possible, and I go, well, we're always talking, but we're not really communicating.
Yes.
You know? And if you send, I like this idea of sending a voice memo and not necessarily expecting one back. And it's, it's especially when you just randomly think of someone, I feel like it's a nice way to remind yourself that there's a human on the other end of the phone, and remind them that you're there too, in a way that, maybe, a text or a like on Instagram or whatever, doesn't always convey, which I do those too. I try to, because that is also a way of showing support and building community, I guess. But, yeah, there's something about like something physical. I like really love sending Christmas cards. I haven't done it in a while, but like something like that, it's like, yes, it's a pain in the ass to get everyone's addresses and stamps and do the whole thing. But like, I don't know, man, it's a tangible thing. Yeah. There's not a lot of tangible interactions anymore.
Dude, the smile on my face when I open a Christmas card, I put it on the fridge, dude. If they're all year, I put them on my
tree. I put them all on the Christmas tree.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think like we need to have more tangible experiences.
Yeah.
We need to look at the Mona Lisa with our eyes, not through a cell phone.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, need to experience life like
tangibly,
the old-fashioned way. As corny as it sounds. Like, I'm not an old-fashioned guy, but I do like I think vinyl is a good example. We're surrounded by vinyl records.
Yeah.
Vinyl doesn't really technically sound better. I don't give a shit what you say.
Yes,
like a really high quality TIFF, not a TIFF, like a really high quality FLAC audio file sounds way better.
No, not true.
What makes vinyl sound good is the inconvenience of having to.
That's right.
First off, buy it, take it off the shelf. Take it off the shelf. It takes up a lot of space physically. Take it out of the sleeve, put it on the thing, clean it. Clean the fucking needle.
Yeah.
Spend $80 on a cleaner.
So when you put that record on and you listen to it front to back, how many records do you listen to front to back nowadays?
That's true.
I do it every week.
Straight through. That inconvenience is what makes that album sound good.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
It's that paradox.
Mikey doesn't agree. But Mikey's notoriously wrong about lots of stuff.
And you have been for years.
That's okay.
You haven't been.
We're growing, Mike.
You haven't been to the Smithsonian record room where it's all, set up and nice.
There you go. Hey, you're diehard, man. You're gonna write.
Because I have a little hope, man, in the things that are good.
That's beautiful. And
right?
You should.
And I think they're good.
That's okay.
I as far as story goes, I believe in story, man. And I just also think that there's some sketchy shit going on in the background that tries to profit and control who makes what stories and how far they go.
The deep state.
The deep state. Yeah. And that's why Trump's in office, baby. And we're gonna take. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Everyone, calm down.
I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
What's in your notebook?
You have a whole
What's
list,
in your notebook?
Mike.
You always throw the notebook.
Yeah, come on,
away.
let's go. Bring it out.
It was all about the. No,
you had a whole page. What'd you write? What'd you write down?
You prepared it. Come on.
What'd you write down? I want to know what you wrote.
I want to say one last thing. I'm
gonna grab your.
Don't grab my junk. It's all about Kendrick, dude. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, don't stop. Don't worry about it. Yeah, please.
I'm sick of it too, man. Because he always writes a whole thing. And
there was one thing I wrote.
Okay.
That wasn't about it.
Okay.
Calling out Joe Rogan.
Calling out Joe Rogan with me on the pod, bro.
Oh no.
Calling out Joe Rogan, dude.
That's my guy.
They're gonna find us, dude.
He was talking about Ukraine. And I think it's bullshit what he said.
What did he say?
He said basically that fuck you to Zelensky and Ukraine, that they're going to start World War III and it's their fault. So I'm just going to say it's the fault of the person that invades, and you don't know any about the history of what the U.S. does to imperialism and how it's our fault that there's a war and that there's any war. So I just want to say that.
Let's make it a blanket statement. The pod does not fuck with fascists. How about that?
Hey,
Yeah, we'll get around that.
bang bang, always.
I think it's a safe statement.
Funny thing for Ukraine, we basically demilitarized them, and they agreed because that was like the deal with Russia. They gave up the nuclear and like for the U.S. to protect them, basically.
Okay.
And who wanted that? U.S.
Uh-huh.
and Russia.
Uh-huh.
So now everyone's like, oh, fuck Ukraine. Yeah, none of that shit matters to us. It's like, I don't know. What about the Nazis? You know what I mean? Like, was it our fault? Like, was it whose fault was it? Was it the Nazis' fault or was it?
Yeah.
Like that's not our fucking. We gonna do anything.
It started with Poland.
Yeah.
And then it.
Yeah. I'm just saying because I'm scared. Like, once they invade Poland, everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's not our problem. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's messed up. It's sad. And this is, I think, the problem with like now, like you're saying, this fast food bullshit, like takes and everything and news and everything. Like people just like say shit and it doesn't matter if it's true.
It doesn't.
And then you have this dude that has the biggest fucking platform ever putting on these idiots that just say bullshit. And he's saying, fuck you to these people. And all the people are going to fucking agree and say that shit to you now too.
Wasn't he talking
they don't give
Scott
a fuck.
Storch?
Yeah. It's insanity that these are full grown men that think that they don't, like they have no power in anything. It's like, oh, I'm just a comedian. I just say a little thing. Yeah.
But
it's bullshit. It's absolutely fucking bullshit.
And it's up to us.
Nasty,
it's up to the consumer to say, is this true? Or should I do some research? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we gotta adjust.
But this is like the frictionlessness
doing research
is destroying.
That's the liberal agenda, buddy.
It's gone now.
Science?
It's gone now. Trust me.
It's out. Science is out.
That's woke, bro.
Okay.
Science is woke.
Science is woke.
Guys, don't just consume something and just accept it for what it is. Take a second, step back, and start to.
No, man. Joe Rogan said it. All right. So he's right.
Some guy said some shit. Yeah. So we all are gonna believe it.
I got an impulse and I gotta follow it. See You Right Here podcast.
He voted for.
Voted for. No. Joe Rogan. No. Jordan, what do you. When you think about your lovely wife, Shireen, what is it you love about Shireen? When you think of her name, when you think of her, what is it about Shireen? Give me like a couple things, man. Real specific.
What I love about her.
Yeah, man. Why Shireen, man? Like, what is it about her in life?
At the most base level, it's just her personality was so different from mine when we met. That I had been coming out of, in the process of meeting her, I was coming out of like a years-long depression and a long relationship previously. And there was a little gap where I was like finding myself, I guess, at the end of college. And I met her and like we were just friends for a while. But her personality always kind of just... It was such a harsh contrast from mine, and I was so used to being around people that were like me, very like the moody artist type and
Strong
kind of real
silent.
serious guy. And but I am a bit of a fucking goofball.
You're a sweetie pie too, and people don't know that.
And that's fine. That's by design, I think. It's a defense mechanism. You ever seen like a hedgehog when you like it's like a pet though? And
I had one.
You had one.
But like you think of a hedgehog and it's like spikes.
Yeah, scary.
But like they're just like
Sweeties.
they're hamsters with spikes on the back. Yeah. But anyway, and Shireen was like a fucking tidal wave of happiness, and just like zany, fucking kooky, wonderful, and. I don't know. And being her friend was like, it was always like fun to be her friend. And I was around so many miserable people. So it was nice being friends with someone who was like happy.
Yeah.
And she had, a really interesting story too. Like her whole life was really interesting. And again, I was around a lot of people that had the same story as me. So yeah, her personality even as she's grown up, we've grown up together. She's always still been that person for me.
Even with the struggles that life brings.
Yeah, and there's been many. We've been together for 10 years, so there's been a lot of shit that we've had to deal with. Deeply troubling stuff together, facing it together. And she's always still been that person for me. And I don't put a lot of pressure on her. I do feel like we fit into those roles very well, like where she's generally more, like the positive, optimistic one for the most part, and I'm generally like the realistic, straightforward one. And then we kind of meet in the middle sometimes, and like that's where like the fun happens, I guess. But yeah, and then outside of that, I mean, it's just like her genuine, like, I mean, she's just like cares a lot about everything and everybody, and like puts a lot of effort into showing how much she cares. And I think like it's encouraged me to try and do the same. Like she really values her friendships in a way that I think a lot of people don't. And it doesn't mean she has a lot of them. And actually like it's quality over quantity. And I think I'm trying to do the same thing. And it's yeah, that's been a very positive, like, especially over the past 5 or so years, like we've both been trying to do that. And I love that she's inspiring me to try harder. And I will say like my need to impress her hasn't really gone away. Like I never felt like our relationship relied on, like the success of our relationship relied on me being like the coolest fucking guy, you know, like she needed me to be successful to love me or whatever. But I'm always like, I have to do right by her. You know, I have to do well for her so we together are doing well. And she's always been a harder worker than me. She's always been smarter than me, always been more successful in her career than me by far. And like, but she's never made me feel bad about it. She's always just been like my homie and like loved me, even though I feel bad about myself like all the time. So I you know, I love her, how patient she is with me when I'm having really long, drawn out bouts of self, you know, denial. Yeah. It's a denial of my own success in a way. But yeah, she's great. She's my best friend by far, because I don't think anybody else would put up with me as long as she has. So I'm grateful for that.
That's beautiful.
What about you?
That's beautiful, dude.
Come on, man.
I mean, how do I follow that up? That was beautiful,
No,
man.
that's, you gotta
Shireen's
leave that on
lovely,
Jordan.
dude. She's lovely.
She is.
Lucky man.
I am lucky. And she, you know, an added bonus as I like to say, like before we started dating, I had pretty good taste like in food and stuff. But it was like pretty like segregated to whatever I had access to in North Jersey, like within, you know, walking distance of wherever I lived. So it was a lot of like your basic, like I had tried Thai food once or twice. I ate a lot of Italian food growing up. Obviously, like there's a lot of like really good Mexican food around here. But then we started dating and I'm like, sure, I'll try Sri Lankan food. Why not? And like it completely changed like what I expect from food. And like I love food. Obviously, I don't know if you could tell, I love food, but
To all of us,
it's
man.
played a huge part in like my kind of, I don't know. I feel like food is a great entryway into understanding other cultures and other people.
Oh yeah.
And she's made me so much more adventurous. And like I used to not, I didn't like fucking oatmeal when I was a kid because of the texture. You know, I didn't like Chinese food for most of my life.
Wow.
For some reason. I don't know why. All I would eat was fucking wonton soup. When my family would get Chinese food, I was like, I wouldn't touch fried rice.
Dude, hot take though. Chinese food worst food genre? Worst food
You're
group?
crazy. You're
Am I- is it
insane.
just me?
You're absolutely.
I just never had
You're-
good Chinese food.
You're actually insane.
I just never had good Chinese
Crazy.
food. It's always the same kind
You're
of
gonna
more or
be
less.
canceled
It's
for that
never
one.
it's never great, is what I'm saying.
We'll take you.
To clarify, we're talking about American Chinese.
American Chinese food. It's never been
American
great.
Chinese.
We're gonna
food.
take this guy to get some soup dumplings.
Come on, man.
Wait, American Chinese food?
Yeah, I've never had like a wow, this is amazing experience.
You've never been like
No,
You've never
no,
been
no,
like
I think-
stoned
okay,
or drunk and had
This
like
is valid.
General
but-
Tso's chicken.
I mean,
And been
Never.
like
that's
wow.
the thing about it, though. It's just
You got to be drunk and it's like a time and place kind of thing.
No. I think American Chinese food. It's just consistently. I mean, you could get some bad, but it's consistently just like
It's there.
that like
No, it's like saying
Easiest-
pizza's just there.
But
Yeah.
pizza, you can have a great experience. Pizza, you could be blown away by. Never?
Your
amazing,
average,
amazing.
average pizza place.
Not average, but you find a
Compare-
great pizza place. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
whoa.
no, but the top like the most craziest pizza like isn't that insane.
Let me say it like this: Japanese food. Like I've had ramen. I've
Yeah.
had ramen experiences where I'm like, it's
Yeah.
it's like a holiday just happened in my spirit. Like I'm like transported. I've had moments with Mexican food where I'm like, dude, I this is the happiest I've been in weeks eating this Mexican food. I'm just saying I've never had that experience with Chinese food, and I don't know anyone else that has.
I don't know, man. I disagree.
I disagree too.
Really? Maybe
I've
it's
had
just me.
I
Because pizza's technically like it's just bread, sauce, and cheese, right?
I'm so happy with pizza, man.
I agree, but like it's such a baseline, just
pizza's
good. It's
by
hard to
far
fuck
my
up.
favorite food, but
Yeah, it's so elevated sometimes, and it's great.
no, but that's not the kind of pizza I like.
You like
I don't want
you
the
like the dollar
fucking-
slice.
I don't want the
like,
brick oven fucking flatbread. I don't want that.
you don't want that.
I don't want the.
artisan.
I like a bunch of pizzas. I like it all.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying I won't eat that shit. I love that
Papa
shit.
John's.
But I'm saying when I think of pizza, when I think of my perfect slice, it's a fucking slice of plain pie
Yeah.
from a local pizzeria.
Yeah, little
That-
red pepper flake on it, and you're good.
The basics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm happy. And honestly, like that's the pizza I ate as a kid. That's why I have such a strong opinion on it, is because that it's a nostalgic thing.
yeah.
If we grew up eating other stuff, I'm sure we'd feel the same way about that. Some people feel that way about really well-made white rice.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But I'm saying like,
Dude, you know what? We all gotta hang out and cook. And I gotta make you
You
some
know, your
food.
boy's been baking. I made an apple crisp, like a
Oh,
little,
there we go.
with the apron, and then I
What does
did.
that mean?
Well, I'm not gonna say it, but
Wait, what?
you know, I did put it on the table. You get my drift.
Hey, dude, baking's
And I'm saying in
baking's-
prison in the beginning of this episode, I said
baking's
I'd be
fucking
the
dope.
I'd be the like the alpha in the jail, and then I'm baking apple crisps.
that's not bad.
baking though
Baking's
was
awesome.
predominantly like I mean, I don't think it was we could, well, I don't know the actual history of baking.
Yeah, wait, hold up.
Tell me,
I saw you
George. Look, this is how I think about it. The fact that Baker is a last name that's
Yes.
classical
Yeah.
last
came
name
from
in
the
Europe.
father.
Bakers
to.
were a family business. It's a thing that a person did, probably a guy and their family did in a village,
Yeah,
and they were Baker.
making bread.
John
Yeah.
Baker.
Pizza's baking.
I mean, that's a good point.
It's fucking
Dude,
baking.
I made banana bread for the first time. Came out
love
great.
it. Hell
Brown
yeah.
the butter and everything.
Hell yeah.
Really went for it.
Dude,
Wanted
this
to update
is
you
this is
guys.
so I want to ask the question I asked you, both of us,
Yeah.
last podcast,
Yeah, hit
which
'em.
was the pick a passion, but I think it'd be cool if you did food.
Oh,
And like, if you had to introduce someone to like you were like, you knew like, you know, like pizza and like the regular, like not like a
yeah. Why not
palette,
artisan
a wide
pizza?
palette. What's 3 of the like things you'd introduce to someone that has like no taste?
Why don't we all do this? This is a
Yeah,
great
like
question.
This. Yeah. What's 3 things?
The thing that bugs me is when I've done this. You know, brought someone somewhere that I really love,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and they don't like it.
Yeah. It's tough.
I don't immediately go, well, fuck, I guess I have bad taste. I
No,
go,
Yeah.
no.
you have bad taste.
You have bad
Yeah,
taste.
yeah.
My
This
taste
is great. You
impeccable.
suck.
Yeah,
You know? So for me,
It's
like,
hard with food. It's hard with food.
It's hard with food.
this is why I'm excited to be a dad, because I'm going to get to slowly like ingrain all of my tastes on a kid
goodness.
and be like,
Morph
you're
him
going
into
to,
this
you're going to like
mini-me.
all kinds of crazy,
Yeah, man.
unique stuff, because I'm going to like, my biggest fear, if I raise a kid that turns into one of those
Lactose
adults
intolerant?
that'll, no, we're going to be a cheese household.
Hell yeah.
If I raise a kid who grows into an adult who only eats white rice and chicken tendies every day, I'm gonna fucking be so upset, dude. I'm gonna be
Just
so
inside. You can't even show it though. You got to keep it inside.
because I do think that is I know there could be a medical reason for that, but I think overall it's a fucking it happens in childhood somewhere.
Yep.
Some neurosis starts in childhood and they're like, I'm only gonna eat plain pizza for the rest of my life. And you know what?
That was
If that's you,
growing up.
if that's you, not anymore though.
No.
Not anymore. No, Mikey's,
I've been blessed. I had the home cooked meal, man.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the power. You know,
Yeah,
like
man.
people need that. You need like
But I think a home cooked meal could be, it's not segregated to one type of meal. I think
Yeah.
you can say, well, like I love cooking all kinds of stuff. Like I plan on making my kids curries.
Yeah.
But both Sri Lankan, Indian inspired, East Asian inspired curries,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
Southeast Asian. Like, you know, I love making Thai curries at home. Like, I'm not Thai. My wife isn't Thai, but I
You love
know
Thai
a little bit
curries.
about making
Yeah.
Thai food. My kids are going to eat Thai food sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in a house where I had food like that.
Dude, me neither. I grew up, my grandma made the same, and Grandma, I love you. Thank you for cooking for us. But it was the same 4 or 5 things every week.
And
It
fuck
was like
yeah,
jail. It was like a prison thing. It was like
those-
boom, 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 boom.
It's okay to have
Schedule.
staple foods.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
But then to never, I ate pasta pretty much every day as a kid.
Wow.
That's what my mom made.
That's what
Yeah.
she made.
Meatloaf, pasta.
Yeah.
yeah.
Occasionally she'd make like the breaded pan fried chicken.
Oh, the cutlet?
Yeah, dude.
You cutlet or
always
like,
the
you know, like
cutlet,
chicken
man.
breast, you know, like
Yeah.
the Italian style
Yeah, yeah.
with the breadcrumbs.
Yep.
And I crave that shit now.
That's
Even I'm
so
like, I can
good.
smell it.
the
I
best.
remember standing next to the stove, and as soon as she'd take the chicken out of the pan,
take a
I'm
piece.
like burning myself to eat it. So I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Because my mom made eggs. She would scramble them with cheese. And the only way, I don't know why, the way she made them, I think about it today, the way she made eggs. It was gross, but it was so good when I.
But there's nothing wrong with having a nostalgic
I loved
attachment
it. I loved
to
it.
basic food or
Yeah.
like, you know, white people food. I hate to say it because
Hey, man.
is.
Hey, man. Hold
it's
on,
white.
dude.
it's a
White
really
as hell.
like nebulous. Like, dude,
Yeah.
there's a lot of white people all over the world that make great food. But I'm saying like some people just never try
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, yeah.
It's true, man.
I don't know why my mom was pretty good at like we had a lot of core like Polish staples, which is already great. And some like American stuff, the chicken cutlet, you know what I mean? Like, and then like she'd randomly have like a throw in an Asian salad or something like that,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like udon soup or something, you know? And I'm like, it's awesome,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I think it's
Spice
you're
it up a
right,
little
man.
bit.
You're right. You got to spice up the different things.
But if you have a kid who's just chicken tendies and rice, man.
it's-
I'm thinking like baseline for us because we eat this anyway is Sri Lankan egg curry.
Mm.
He's like a staple food for
We
us.
still got to get Sri Lankan food, dude.
I haven't had.
Still haven't
Never
had.
had.
Let's go, man.
Like, what is this?
I'm the chicken
You know what's
tendies
funny?
kid.
You know what's funny, guys? I just on the way here popped on our episode 35
Get out.
from 2019.
Wow.
We did it
Were
with
we in the basement?
this
In
this
Mikey's
is
basement?
old.
Wow.
And we talked about going to get Sri Lankan food.
Yeah.
in
And we
Staten
never
Island,
did.
And we never went.
And it's been-
I've been. You guys haven't gone.
5 years.
That's awful.
But we're
So-
dying slowly.
That's
if we,
actually
if we
bad.
might as well
So-
go.
That's actually really bad.
If you guys want to actually
We're
follow
going.
Yes,
through with
man.
those 5-year-old
Yes,
plans, let's
dude.
go. But for me, it's Sri Lankan egg curry is a staple for me. It's delicious.
Egg
It's
curry.
different.
Super spicy, or what are we
Never heard
talking
about
about?
No, it's not spicy. It's like a savory yellow curry with soft boiled eggs.
Mm.
Could I have it? I'm not a spice guy.
You can have it. It's good. It's like umami, savory. It's like the predominant flavor is turmeric and curry.
Love it.
It's good. It's delicious.
Okay.
That with Sri Lankan red
Is
rice.
it like chicken tendies and rice? Will I be okay?
No, it's like chicken tendies and rice with egg curry.
Okay. So okay.
I think my baseline too. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of other foods that like really have inspired me. I think some sort of Middle Eastern food. I don't know what exactly.
Like a makluba or like a
Kufta.
kufta.
You know, like some kind of
Mensif. Have you ever had? This is one for me.
yeah.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Mensif. It's braised lamb that's like shredded in
Yeah.
a big pot with rice, long grain rice, pinoli nuts,
Oh.
a yogurt based like cream sauce, and it's the bread like toasted and split up into the food itself, and like you eat it, dude.
Oh.
And cauliflower, I think, is in it as well. It is so good, dude. Blew my mind. First time I had it, changed everything. Changed my sexual orientation.
What?
That was wild. I don't know why I would say
Well,
that.
I mean, you guys brought it up in the beginning. We're on a spectrum, right? Mensif
I'm not
nudged
on
me
that
on over.
page,
That's
man.
all I'm saying.
But yeah, you like
guys, we have fun.
Yeah, dude.
guys.
Which way?
We have
Hey,
fun here.
Which way?
Of course you
nudge
like
We
it.
have fun.
Of course you like it because it's Mensif.
You got me again, dude. I'm
All
not
right.
throwing my booty on the table for you, bro, and don't ever ask me to do that again.
See,
man.
he
We're
adds
friends.
words. He
dude.
adds this kind of shit.
We're friends, man. And he said before, I want to put you in a cowboy costume. So put that in for reference, and then the table comment came after.
Does that make you the horse
Oh,
or the cow? The steer?
the cowboy.
What do you prefer?
I'm the cowboy.
Is he roping you or is he riding you?
All right, guys. I think it's over. I think we're done.
Three.
Done?
Wait.
Wait, we didn't do.
He's got the three. He's got one more.
This is the Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah, man. Oh, we got to say what we're grateful for.
An,
It's
an
Thanksgiving,
hour
man.
and 43 minutes in.
Yeah, we got to say what we're
Please.
grateful for.
Let's
No, we
just talk
don't.
about Thanksgiving.
Let's talk about Thanksgiving for a second.
Wait, first off, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to my
2024.
my aunt and uncle in-laws house, and we're going to have a whole big feast at the table. All the family,
That's nice.
the in-laws.
I think I'm going to my cousin's house.
Roger.
I'm going to a country club
What?
with a extended relative that has a membership, and they do a Thanksgiving thing.
Wow.
Dude.
It's not my scene, but
That's unique. You
I
should
like that.
dress
I
up
like
to
that for
the
you.
nines, dude.
I'm gonna wear a tie.
You should really go for it, I feel like. You should.
I don't want to
Hey,
stand
hold
out
up,
too
man.
It's
much.
like denim cutoffs and a tie.
I don't know about that.
just
Yeah, just fucking
Birkenstocks.
Yeah, no, they have a dress code actually,
They have to. They have to.
but the food is like
Probably great.
White food.
Hold on.
yeah, it's kind of
Hold on,
yeah,
though.
it's kind of like, there will be no egg.
Hold
curry.
on, though.
Hold on, what?
Hold on, though.
Hold on, what? Dude, I love plain potatoes. Dude, that is really good.
Yeah, but
What are you trying to say?
they put ketchup on it or not?
They actually have plain potatoes. so-
See
what I'm saying.
See, bro?
Yeah, no. No, well then, all right. Tell me what you guys.
You ever had a boiled potato, dude? Nothing on it?
Isn't that like a staple food in the part of the world that your family?
Ireland, dude. Yeah, in Poland.
Yeah, but
You guys are eating
It's a lot
potatoes all
better.
day.
it's a lot better.
Well, you
Like,
shred
throw a
them.
little bit of dill on that.
Yeah.
Little
little
beet
bit
and
of-
potato.
Butter, come on.
Little beet.
What are you doing?
Yeah, Polish
doing?
baked goods.
So good. Smack
Come on,
Polski.
dude.
You ever been there?
Yeah, dude. How'd you know?
Hey, I'm from
Oh,
it, dude.
man.
I'm from it. Garfield,
what?
dude. Elmwood Park, right
Yeah?
next door, man. I'm
All
from
right.
it. From it.
I respect that, dude.
Clifton, baby.
I go there sometimes.
See? Polski smack.
What's the bakery? Piast.
Piast.
Yes, yeah. It's kind of like just like a store.
So what are we talking Thanksgiving? What we're eating?
Yeah, what are you thankful for?
Oh, what are we thankful
Are you
for?
bringing up the Kendrick Drake
you gonna
beef
bring that up
at the table?
Are you bringing up politics at the table?
No,
we talking about Palestine?
The
probably
conflict?
not.
Probably a good idea.
Probably can't.
Home of Palestinian people? I don't think
We probably can't.
It will come up at my table. It will come up. I will say that. It comes up.
You know what? I'm gonna bring it up.
Bring it up, man. Get the conversation going.
I'm not bringing shit up. I'm eating my
At the
food with my
country-
head
Country
down.
club. Just eat your plain
I'm
Can you
Potatoes,
imagine a
shit.
butler walking up and being like, "Excuse me, sir, are you allowed to be here?"
What are your views, all?
You look a little.
Sorry, is your name
You look a bit ethnic.
Jordan?
I don't think I look ethnic enough, honestly, for that. I do wonder sometimes, but it's not that kind of country club.
Do I pass?
They're
for
gonna be like,
Portuguese?
"What's your last name?"
Do I pass for Portuguese?
You?
Yeah,
No.
do a little bit. If you squint,
You just have like that.
What does a Portuguese person look like?
Sicilian,
You have that dirty American in you.
white trash. You were trying
Just
to say.
no.
You look Italian.
Okay, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say like
I'll
that
take it.
classic dirty American Italian.
Do you think if I lost like
Really leaned onto that dirty with that.
it keeps going dirty?
Just dirty.
Why do you keep saying
Filthy
dirty? Like,
Italian.
nasty Italian.
hey man,
in a good way.
that's the way that's good.
It is a good way. Like
Dirty?
fucking rough you up. You know?
nasty.
Right?
Is it a sexual thing? Like what is it?
No.
What is it with you guys?
I'm asking him. He's saying dirty, dirty constantly.
Never mind.
You're saying it. What are we grateful for, man? It's Thanksgiving, dude.
I gotta edit this to tonight.
I'm sorry. Okay, what are we grateful
Edit,
for?
you're just gonna fucking put the logo on it and
No,
upload it.
dude, I have to do the angles.
He does this. Click, click, click with the angle.
I gotta do the
AI.
angles.
There's an AI that'll do
You
that
can't.
for you.
because it's not multi-track, dude.
You gotta make a multi-cam
multi-track
project.
audio. There's no multi-track
Let Jordan
audio.
walk you through how to make this shit work.
No, we're battling. This is our beef, all right? Stay out of this shit.
sorry. You're dirty.
Oh, because it's all mixed
Yeah,
together.
dude. See?
You're dirty.
Fuck.
You guys are
I'm sorry,
dirty.
buddy.
It's all right. I won that beef too.
You did. You just won it.
It was
He
a
conceded. He conceded.
misunderstanding.
And it was a
Just
misunderstanding.
don't sue me, dude.
A defamation.
UMG. What are you grateful for, guys?
Fine.
No, come on. Be real.
Mike,
Miller
if you don't
Lite.
do this,
Miller
I'm gonna be
Lite.
really fucking mad.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
mad,
sorry.
dude.
What am I grateful for?
It did work. You can get them easy.
You
What am I
start, you
grateful
start.
for?
All right, go ahead.
I'm grateful for. Don't laugh, man. Let me.
No, Mikey has something. He's
Okay,
about to,
okay,
he's
go
about to
ahead.
bust some
I
thankfulness.
just
Don't
forgot.
say bust, man. Don't say bust some thankfulness.
You guys are rubbing off on me.
Don't say,
Whoa, dude! Don't say rubbing.
why is everything getting like?
Why are we getting kind
Greasy in
Why do
here.
you guys look good today?
That's your complexion really good recently, dude.
This light's really
Dang,
hot.
it's love, man.
It's really warm in here. I'm thankful.
Let's take our shirts off.
You can literally say anything.
I got nothing, dude. I got nothing.
Nothing,
Yeah.
What happened to positive Mikey from an hour ago?
Mike, be.
I got
Look
a little.
at me.
I got a
We
little
talked about
depressed.
Kendrick
Look
for
at me.
I got a little
45 minutes.
depressed.
Look at me in the eyes.
I got a little depressed.
No, for real. This is our show. Be real. What are you grateful for?
You go first.
I'm
Lead it.
I'm
Can
grateful.
you lead this prayer?
I'm grateful for my health, dude. I'm grateful my body works. How about that? I'm grateful my heart still pumps and no limbs are hacked off and I'm able to like do this. Like I'm able to see and hear and smell and taste and touch still, and I'm still here and I'm still somewhat young and I have like friends, family. Still have hope day to day. Like I'm still able to find hope and keep going. So I'm grateful for those things, man. I'm grateful I have a car to like get here. How about that? Those are things I'm grateful for.
Heck yeah.
What are you guys grateful for? Grateful to God, man.
Jordan, what about
Big
you?
G.
Along those same lines, I think. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was fixing a hinge on our crawl space. The door was all fucked up. And I was really pissed off. Because I was like in the crawl space. There's like fucking insulation falling on me. I'm all itchy. Trying to screw this thing in.
Dude.
And my back started hurting.
No.
And I was like thinking about coming on the pod today, and I was like, it's kind of like a Thanksgiving episode. And I'm like, what am I thankful for? And I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know, the fact that I can crawl around and like I have a tool and a door that I need to fix, and like there are people, you know, sleeping under a bridge right now that would go, fuck, if only I had a door, you know? So yeah, I'm grateful for my existence, I guess. As painful as it is sometimes, I think yeah, it's better than the other way around. And yeah, the basic fucking I can breathe. You know, I can see, I can smell, like you said. And I'm grateful for like overall life in general. And I think I do this a lot because it's a little sad, I guess. But like, you know, my dog, who I love very much, she's 9 years old.
Don't do this.
And I look at her every single day and I think she's 9 years old.
Oh my god.
She's healthy. She's doing fine.
Jordan.
But I look at her every single day and I go, there will be a day when she's not
I do
here.
the same
Really?
thing, Mike.
So I'm grateful that she's here.
yeah.
I don't have those same thoughts about like myself or my wife because we're
Human
we're doing
lifespan.
fine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so the how temporary things are, I'm very grateful that I have the time that I have. And it gives me a little bit of pause on, especially days when I'm like, I should be working. I'm not grinding. I'm not hustling enough right now. And I go, well, it's just another day I get to spend with my fucking dog.
That's
dude.
right.
It's
That's
fucking great.
Yeah.
And I look at her little face like every single day. And I'm just so happy that she's here. So it's something small, but it's hugely
huge.
important to me.
Huge.
And there are much bigger things that I'm grateful for and thankful for my
God.
family, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that one thing. See her sitting in like a little beam of sunlight on the living room floor, and I'm just like, fuck, I love this fucking dog so much. She's I'm so glad I get to see this right now. I get to walk out of my bedroom and she's
Think about that with Sam, man. What she means to you, dude. Like the specifics, like what she's done for you in your life, and like the day to day little
I can't
things.
even explain it.
I know, me too.
So it's, you know, there are a lot of people out there who wouldn't understand. There are a lot of places in the world where dogs aren't shit and people don't care about them. but I'm grateful that I live in a place that they are and that they're essentially an extension of a part of your family. And I'm fucking dude. It's like an everyday thing. I'm like, it's not specifically for this week, but especially this week. I'm like, that's some days the only thing that makes me smile, the only thing that makes me happy is that fucking dog, man. Which is scary.
He makes me so laugh, scary. Or like he zaps me into the present with a heart of gratitude for him.
Who's
once a day?
Who's ever that happy to see?
Dude, nobody. My wife's close, but like she's pissed at me a lot sometimes.
Understandably, yes.
I'm a
understandably,
piece of shit.
yes.
But
your dog will
always
never
like
You're always literally the best person.
Bro, as soon as you walk in the door, he's like, "You're back! Like you're back, dude! I miss you so much!" Like, dude, he's the fucking best. Even when we got a rocking chair in our place now, he just jumps on my lap. I'm reading a book, and we're just sitting there. I'm like, and I'm having those moments now where I'm like, it doesn't get better than this.
You literally have to stop when you feel that. Stop, acknowledge the feeling, sit in it for a minute, and just stare at the dog. And just be like, I'm fucking remembering this. I'm in like absorbing this feeling, because there's so many other bad feelings to feel all day. I'm stressed out. I'm fucking tweaked out about some bullshit that doesn't matter. And in those little moments where I find peace,
they matter so much. These little ones.
No, those ones matter. Yeah. I'm saying like the other stuff.
The other shit doesn't. I know.
In those little moments of peace, I try my best to stop and acknowledge them and feel them fully, because they are fleeting.
Oh yeah, man.
And you have to just be like, I don't know how many more of these I'll have. I don't know how much longer this will last. I have to just, and that, dude, honestly, that applies to everything good.
You're right.
You gotta just like fucking, there have been days where, I'm having a bad week and me and Shireen go out and, sit in the grass in a park somewhere and like do nothing for a few hours. And I'll literally just sitting in the sun, first off, being able to go and do it, being able to sit on the grass, like the peacefulness that brings to me. Like, and I don't feel peace very often. It's like, when it feels so good that you're like, you realize that it's a good thing, that's great.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I'm grateful for those moments.
You know what he does for me, bro? I get to walk him. I realize how special those walks are, because he takes me outside. Like, I think I'm taking him outside. He takes me outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I walk every day because of him. I go into the sun. Like, I there's no headphones. There's no noise. He makes me present because he pulls me out. He's literally pulling me into the present all the time and bringing me outside, and I'm feeling the sun on my face and like how it warms me. And I'm doing that on our walks, and like Lena comes out on our walks. Like, it's beautiful, man, what they do, dude. I can't equate it. He means too much, like in a little package like that. And the fact that we get him for this like window, I'm telling you, I have the same thoughts when I look at him sometimes, and I say that I can see the room where they're going to put him down. I can feel that day is going to feel
as soon as I feel those feelings or think those thoughts, I turn them off. I'm like,
I know, bro.
I've done it before. I had a dog growing up that I loved very much.
Yep.
I've had cats. I've had all sorts of pets, and I loved all of them. This one's different, I think.
Yeah.
She's like
so
part of my heart. But I've thought those thoughts. Every once in a while, fucking scrolling on IG and like there's a reel about like a memorial reel for a dog, and I'm like, nope, I just scroll right past it. It doesn't matter how much I like care. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it, because that means acknowledging that reality of loving a pet, So I'm like, I know I will have to deal with this someday. Today, I'm gonna choose to just live in this moment right now where everything's good, and that's my only way of dealing with it, because otherwise I'm like she's gonna die, she's gonna fucking die.
I just start crying. I just start fucking crying. But that's what I do. I go down that road.
It's not worth it.
But it brings me back to him, and I'm like, fucking zoom in, bro. Be here, man, because literally that room's coming.
Just stop and like literally meditate on your dog's face for a minute. Bro. Just sit and look at your dog.
I do.
And just don't think about anything.
His eyes, man. I just stare at his eyes when he looks at me like this every night. We go like this. He comes in my little crook on a chair, and he just looks at me, and I rub his belly, and we talk. I just talk to him, and he's eye to eye with me, and I'm like, this motherfucker actually gives a fuck about me. Like I'm God to him, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
For the most part, yeah.
Ooh. Or he's an angel that got sent to like give me this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucked. It's so fucked.
Mikey.
That might be why I don't get a dog.
Oh,
because I'm like,
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah. It's a lot of work too. But Mikey, what are you thankful for?
what are you thankful for?
I wanted to jump in, but you know, you were having.
I'm sorry.
I wanted to let you have the moment.
No, it's your time.
I think the simple things, like you were saying, but like recently, I literally messaged my brother. It was like, it's probably like the most like, I don't know what the right word for it is, but just like the most like, damn, like sentence ever. It's like, all the problems, like, of the world, like all these things that are happening, all the pain and everything is like just because like us as like these animals were just given like a consciousness.
Yeah, I guess
Like
you're
all the like just because we're able to be like, oh, like this means this, you know?
Right.
Like we can think something.
Yeah.
You know? And I realize it's really negative and sad to think about. But
everything good in the world is a byproduct.
yes, obviously, yeah, you have to think about that too. But I don't know. It makes me, I think, that's why I appreciate, I think, more of like the smaller things, because those are things that you can like easily, like tangibly, I guess, control or like appreciate like in a more direct way than like kind of like a bigger thing, like got a promotion, you know, that's like a system of like all this bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I am thankful for that stuff. Even, you know, like earlier today, right before you were here, you said you were coming a little later, and Jordan came, and he's like, "Where are you?" I went for a walk because I was like, I don't have time. I'm bored. Let me just go walk. So I go walk, and I'm like I go on the little ridge line over there.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 people that have cameras and like have stuff set up. They're setting up like a thing, like a little like shot for like a time lapse or something like that. 3 people. I'm like, they're just like
it's the New York skyline. Yeah.
They're just like me.
Yeah.
You know, and they do the same shit. Like I used to do that when I was younger, like just set up like time lapses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just made me feel like, damn, like we are very similar and like the same.
We're all very similar.
So it was really nice.
Can I add now? You just made me want to add a gratitude.
Go for it, man.
Don't look at the clock. I want to just add it. It's real.
Go for it.
It's real. We have the choice. We have to check this out. We have the choice, always, for me, to take people for granted and to like just bypass them as like they're in the way. Or I can choose to not take people for granted that are in front of me and see them as like a whole person. That's my choice. I get to choose that, right? In traffic, walking to the park, whatever, day to day. Your family, your friends, whatever. I get the choice to choose if I'm going to put my attention on these people and not take them for granted, and instead see them as like a great opportunity to like be of service or like watch them live and then what they do and be like a audience member to their life and like put care and invest. Or I can just choose to like, and that's cool. I have the choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I can choose. Because sometimes it feels like I go day to day and I'm not thinking about it, and the people become like in the way people. Where I'm like, I'm at work, you're just someone I need. You don't want nothing. You just want a thing from me. You don't care who I am. So my immediate response is like, well, take it. Like, see you later. You know, we're not even looking at each other. We're not taking each other. And it doesn't matter. And then I feel terrible. But I can choose to not see things that way. I can choose to instead do just give more of myself to those people and see them as like an opportunity, or like not an opportunity for me, but an opportunity in general to be of service to, because like make no mistake, like everything we do with another person is like there is some kind of transaction happening in some sense. There is, whether it be love, time, affection, a product, whatever. It's like I'm just trying. This is what I pray for all the time. Is how just help me be of service today, because I know if I'm steering the ship, dude, I'm gonna become a selfish asshole, and I'm gonna like try to direct it for my own gain. So take it from me and just allow me to be of service in whatever way I can to the other people that are around me, the other people that I come in contact with, and then those days go better for me generally. Mm-hmm. So that choice, man, of like,
I do feel like in a general sense too, the more we acknowledge other people's personhood,
Yeah.
you know, like their existence,
Yes.
their complicated existence before you've known them and after you stop knowing them, the less likely I think there would be stuff like war and poverty and all
Empathy. If there was empathy.
that.
And
If there
awareness
was some
too.
understanding.
Understanding.
You know? I don't think we'd be as quick to jump to hate and violence and all that
Straight
kind of
up.
stuff. And I think understanding kind of other people's humanity unlocks that. And it's part of it is going, this random person you see on the street setting up a camera,
Click.
they have a whole life before that, and they're going to have a whole life after that little moment that you see them. And you're like little, you know, dots intersecting on like a really complicated grid, you know? But I think like the fact that we don't do that, it makes other people seem less real somehow. But they are real. They're all real. And I guess as real as reality is. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're all kind of living these separate experiences. And then every once in a while you bump into somebody else. And I think that
And they
that
remind you.
bump,
They remind you like their experience is just as important as your experience. You know what I'm saying?
it's all subjective, but I think,
Yeah.
you know, objectively, everybody's right about their own experience.
Right. Right. Fair.
So if you just acknowledge that, I think it helps to better understand people. And then, you know, maybe we'd blow each other up a little bit less, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe
Let's
a
get
little
into
bit
World War
less, that
III,
kind of
guys,
stuff.
before we head out here. No, I'm
Thanks,
just kidding.
Joe
I'm just
Rogan.
kidding.
I'm grateful that hasn't happened
Me
yet.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean, there's a lot of war.
It's
It's a lot of
Kinda
war.
like-
It's a lot of war.
it's not here yet.
It's pretty World War III.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is, but
It kind of is. Yeah.
Yeah.
but there's been kind of constant war for all of human history. So I'd like to think again, like as horrific as the news is every day, I feel like the way we get around it is by acknowledging everyone's own humanity. And
Amen.
like
Yeah.
everybody else around you being valid as a human.
Amen.
Yeah, that's the reality, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's
Thanksgiving.
like when we look at our bullshit phones.
yeah,
like,
man.
We done.
All those
I-
lives are important.
Can we end on a positive note?
Please, man. Take us out.
Send-
No. Come on.
Call your fucking family, call your friends, leave them voice messages,
Yes.
drop them a line, send pictures to each other, go and fucking hang out. People don't really hang out anymore. Like go and like actually, if you have a day off and you can get one or two friends together, like go just sit in a room and talk.
Yeah.
You don't have to fucking do anything. You don't have to make concrete plans. You don't have to go spend money. You don't have to go to a club.
Just record it. You could do a podcast.
Do a podcast. No, don't do it anymore. No, we have too many of
We have
those.
too many. There's always room for more.
But fucking
podcasts.
go do something.
Yeah.
Do something tangible and selfless and do it just to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing to do this time of year, especially if you haven't talked to someone in a long time. If they ever meant anything to you, send them a fucking message.
Send a card, dude.
Dude, I'm saying.
Send
Write
a
a letter.
card.
Write a fucking letter, dude.
Invest in people.
Put a little picture
Invest
in
in
it.
Bitcoin, man.
No, bro, hold on.
What?
Doge. No, but good. That's a good point, Jordan. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
I love and I'm thankful for you guys.
Thankful
Yeah,
for you.
thank
buddy.
you.
Number one.
Thankful for you
Number one.
guys. Love you. Love you.
Love you.
Love you, man.
You guys are pretty cool.
Dude, thanks. You're cool,
She's been
man.
trying to like close out the pod.
No,
for,
it's like, I can't be
minutes.
Guys,
Dude, Joe Rogan.
mine is Mike. And I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to one another.
Kisses.
Kisses and
Kisses
huggies.
for you. Holiday kisses.
Mwah, mwah.